Yes. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the finals of ETF2L Season 12. I do believe my name is Jake tonight. With me is Honey Badger.
Hi.
So,
yeah.
it kind of throws. I was just, having deep conversations here. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be casting tonight's game between SDCK, Super Dickman's Kanunen versus, well, Strong Opinions. The team that has been on the throne for 4 consecutive seasons. Tonight we might see an upset from SDCK, might not. We'll see how it goes. So, what do you think, Honey Badger? I mean, looking at the season, just straight up. Looking at the season, flawless season coming out of SDCK. Not a single loss, and actually beating Strong Opinions at one point, with Strong Opinions only losing 1 game, and that was to SDCK.
You got to remember that Strong Opinions have obviously been in this situation a lot. They've been obviously at the top of their game throughout, and losing a game against Super Dickmans. I mean, it was quite a close game between the two of them. So coming to these maps tonight, I think it's going to be a close game, and I do believe it's going to go to all 3 maps tonight. So we'll just have to see what happens. I think it's on the luck of the draw, but I think Strong Opinions kind of have this one because they've been through the same situation a couple of times now, and they know how to deal with that pressure.
Well, it's been a long season, actually, a few seasons for SDCK. They kind of kept together. I constantly remember casting their games throughout Season 12 and even Season 11, some experimental cups in between as well. And they've been kind of like, in the beginning, they were showing some promise in their play. They're showing some good plays, good team comps with everything going on. May, of course, I can't really forget about that scout. He's just doing so much work for them. But Clark's team has been on the back line for the majority of the time, just kind of lurking in the shadows, trying to dethrone Strong Opinions. And, well, everything led to another, and now we are watching the finals between the 2 of the giants of ETF2L Premiership.
Yeah, I mean, and it's, again, like you said, it's going to be a close game tonight, but Super Dickmans have really shown up this season. I mean, they have such a strong roster at the moment. I'm looking for it now. They've got May, Dima, Garden Fungus, all these big names coming up. And like you said, they've all come together and they've kind of made this team that are ready to challenge Strong Opinions for the title finally. And we'll see somebody else at the top. That's what we hope anyway. So
we're going to have something really cool for you guys. It is the head-to-head prepared by Wiethoofd, who is also tonight with us on the camera. Watching the finals, making sure that everyone is on top of the game, as we're going to be looking at, well, every single class in order. I believe we're going to start with the scouts. So we have May versus Maros. 2 of the scouts that I think are very close in terms of skill. I mean, like I said, I've been watching May doing quite a lot of work before, and definitely opening up a lot of space in the flank for the team. So what do you think about these? I mean, just look at the DPM history. This time, Maros kind of wins by a very small margin there. So it's kind of weird to like see 2 scouts that are so evenly matched. It might just come out to this game to show which scout comes out on top on the flank.
Yeah, I think, like you said, May is a very good scout. I've played with May a couple of seasons throughout. I played against him, I played with him, and he seems to be, on quite a decent level. He has good DM, he's got good skill. But looking at Maros has been playing at the top of the level at 6s at Prem. He's been playing on this team, he's been performing throughout. And if I was to pick between the 2, Maros has kind of got the upper edge on him. I mean, he plays more of a heel pocket scout role, which I think why playing kind of maps like Badwater and Upward are going to come into his favour. Maybe May can play a little bit more on the flank than him. So I think it's 2 different play styles. That's why it's a bit different in the stats. But I think they're very evenly matched.
All right, we're going to be looking at the soldiers. This time we have Dima versus Raptor. Obviously, Raptor being around TF2 and around the top leagues for quite some time. But, you can't discredit Dima for, opening up a lot on the flank, as well as May, working together, getting the right picks at the right time. And as we're looking at the stats here, it does favor, or the stats do favor Dima by a little bit, the KD ratio being about half of a kill more per death, as well as the KAD with the assists. So if for the stats, Dima kind of shows promise, but Raptor is not very far behind. I mean, we've seen him do some crazy stuff going, with unlogs, going for the right picks, and obviously the market gardeners. So what do you think?
Yeah, the reason that Raptor's kind of a bit different to Dima again, you can see his average deaths. He's got 16 to 22. Raptor has so many deaths because he likes to commit a lot more to his place, and that's why he's second place and he's not first place on a lot of those KD ratios. But I think, again, two different playstyles, and I think Raptor's going to be quite a big part in this team to see if they can actually come out with the win on top of this one.
All right. We're going to be moving on to the Pirate class, I do believe. I have Yahoo and Steve, and I don't think we need to introduce Steve. He's been, as well as a Raptor, around the top for a very long time. I mean, he's been playing on top before I even started playing this game overall. As for the other, well, we have Yahoo, and I am really impressed by Yahoo the entire season. He's been kind of taking a lot of pages out of Steve's book, being a very aggressive pyro on the flank, helping out the team with the damage rather than protecting the combo. And, well, stats do show quite a bit of the kills in favor of Yahoo.
Yeah, Yahoo's been, they're good, like you said, good throughout the season. Both of them are being kind of, you know, they've been doing the correct jobs, making sure that they're on the flank in the right position at the right times. But I think Yahoo comes on top of this one. Maybe it's Steve's time to give up the throne, you know, of that DM Pyro, the DM Pyro god. Maybe it's time for Yahoo to kind of show his way forward. Because he is playing like a god.
It's, well, Steve, you know, everyone likes Steve. Steve is like this nice guy in the league, but Yahoo, well, like I said, he's been showing a lot of impressive stuff throughout the season. I can't blame him I can't blame Steve that, well, Yahoo can eventually get the throne out of him. But gonna be moving on, I suppose. Next class is supposed to be Demo Man, and as for demos, we have Spelly and Adam Ratic, or I don't believe. There you go.
Race car.
Race car. So yeah, once again we have a very close situation, similarly how the scouts, both Demo Man fairly close in terms of KD ratios and average kills, Spell being a very, very aggressive Demo Man as far as I remember.
Yeah, no, I can't actually tell who would come out on top of this one. Spelly's played a lot of Highlander, Adam's obviously played a lot of sixes, so I think, again, so far all the matches that we've seen have been really, really close, like first and second places on all of like the DPM and everything. And they look like they're both at the top of their game at the moment. Looking at their history and stuff like that, it just shows tonight is going to be such a close game if we have demos and everyone playing like this.
Yeah, definitely. And I've always been impressed by both Demo Men, doing quite a lot of work there on each side. You know, the damage is very important here, and the Demo Man has been improving in that. But now we're moving into heavies, and we have a Sandbitch and Emilio Estevez.
I think that's a spelling mistake. I think that's Sandvich. Okay, right. This is a confirmed nickname.
And, well, you can see the stats clearly favor Sandbitch here over Emilio. Emilio used to be a Demo Man main, later switched to the heavy. So I'm not sure. Both heavies actually favor just staying with Sandwich a little bit more aggressive than Emilio, I suppose. Emilio more of a medic-centered player, protecting their med. Sandwich is kind of creating his own plays, but what do you think, honey?
Yeah, no, I think I agree with you there. Like, you can see that Sandwich is taking a lot more heals than Emilio. Emilio kind of, playing against him before, he kind of sits quite high up, and he tries to sit above his medic, taking less heals, allowing his Demo Man to do kind of more work throughout, which is why his stats are so low at the moment. But he does like have a certain role in that team, which is why, again, two different play styles, so we'll see how it works out. But I think Sandwich kind of has the upper hand in the heavy duels, as you can see by the stats.
Yeah, the stats, well, are one thing, but the second one is just not crushing under pressure.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, pressure can turn shit into diamonds or turn diamonds into dust, so... It's a good quote from a good game.
Yeah.
so there you go. There you go. We're moving on to, I believe, it is the Engineers, and obviously the Clash of the Titans, as I'd like to call it. We have Clark, the team leader of the SDCK himself. On the left side, on the right side, we do have a Seal, you know, sealing the deal. And, well, I suppose each of them has kind of a different playstyle. Clark being a little more team-centered, Seal creating plays, trying to do for some cheeky strats and cheeky spots. And what do you think? I mean, the stats clearly here favor Clark in that aspect, but Seal has never been a detriment to his team. He's always been kind of creating a lot of room for them with the mini-sentry and clever plays.
Yeah, looking at the maps tonight, you've got like Badwater, Upward, Steel. All the sentry gun placements are so important in these maps, just to buy that, you know, a little extra bit of time for the team. So I do think it's going to come down to kind of how Seal plays on the flank, especially during the attacking front. He is way more aggressive than Clark is, and obviously, like you said, he plays on the flank a lot more than Clark does. So we'll have to see kind of how that one pans out. But as you said, a huge class and a huge impact on the game, really. Engineer.
Yeah, well, engineers, man. Like, everyone is kind of not acknowledging engineers. Same with medics. It's kind of like a thankless job, but without an engineer and without a medic, like, your team just crumbles. You have no anchor to hang on. Moving on to medics, speaking of, Sprayer versus CJ, and here we can clearly see more of a showing how, like, the Uber to crit ratio, for example, majorly favoring CJ, you know, preferring that aggressive play, which I do love, taking the risk of bringing out Kritzkrieg and those clutch moments and saving the team, as well as, the Uber drops, on CJ's side, as to Sprayer, who has been a very, very solid player throughout, you know, starting off with I do believe it was Tourette's Chess Club junior team, and then moving on to the main squad, and then hanging out with the Premiership pretty much all the time. And as for the other, we have CJ. I mean, who doesn't know CJ in the scene? Papa Carlos.
These are two players that I can really talk about because obviously I have been playing medic. So looking at the stats, so far, it looks like CJ plays kind of a lot more defensive than Sprayer does. Sprayer likes to go forward with this team. That's why Sandwich has so many heals. Sandwich likes to play aggressive, so Sprayer has to play aggressive to obviously counteract that. You can see both medics you can see the heals, the massive difference, 7k heal difference. That is massive during game. That is what CJ does. He makes sure that his players have good health and they're ready for fights, and then they can react to fights. So that's where I think they're going to kind of have the upper hand in this one. And CJ is a very, very good medic right now, as I've seen throughout the season. So I think Sprayer's got his work cut out for him, but if he plays properly with the aggression, I think it is going to work out for them a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. CJ is, like I said, one of the anchors of the team. He is the team captain for Strong Opinions, has been for the past few seasons. So definitely, two medics that we need to take a look on as two medic mains, right? There's a lot of medics in here.
Yes.
Good class, good class. Totally not a pussy class. And we're moving on to snipers, obviously, and we have a Burn versus Cloudy matchup, and same as Soldier. Same as, I do believe it was Demo Man, and same as Scouts. Very closely matched, both of them.
Yeah, very, very close. And again, looking through the stats, 26 average kills each, 20 deaths average each. KD is so close. KAD is so... Everything in that matchup there is close. So if you had to pick one, who do you reckon would come out on top, seeing the season, seeing what happened?
Hard for me to say. I mean, I've seen Burn play very well throughout, getting the right picks at the right time, and Cloudy, I mean, I did see Strong Opinions fight against SDCK multiple times, and both of the snipers had their moments as well as, getting destroyed. So it's very difficult for me to say which sniper could win. I think it comes down to the team and how they decide to position themselves and how they play around the sniper, healing him and, protecting him, allowing him to make the good play. So we'll see how it goes tonight.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the graphs quickly here. The DPM kind of throughout for Burn is kind of quite even. While you look at Cloudy, he's had those spike moments where he's been good. It's kind of dropped off towards the end of the season, so hopefully he's able to bring it back up.
And moving to the last class, last but not least, is a Spy. You have Ziman's No Ears, very long nickname for a very good Spy, as well as Toast, who again have been around for very many seasons, and as stats show, does bring a little bit more to the table than the Ziman. But I do remember Ziman did do a lot of very good plays, really great moment, stabs on the engineer, especially on Badwater. So we might see him shine at least here on this first map, maybe the second, because we are going to be playing two payloads.
Mm-hmm. Well, with perfect timing. Well, I'm looking now at the Spies quickly, and thinking about it, we saw the two pros. We got Steve and Yahoo. I think tonight the Spies are really going to have their work cut out for them, because they are both ridiculously strong players, as you said, first and second place, and every single stat that we've seen so far has been so close. So it's going to be good to see what happens tonight. Exciting stuff. Hyped.
Yep, and as Wiethoofd did say that the teams have started in the future. We're going to be waiting for the client to catch up in just a moment. As I'm going to remind you guys, this is Season 12 Premiership Finals between SDCK versus Strong Opinions. My name is Jake, and tonight with me on the casting desk is Honey Badger. camera is, as always, Wiethoofd. As we are getting ready, both teams are in both spawns, so we're gonna be looking at the defense of SDCK first, and where Clark decides to set his sentry up.
Yeah, it just looks like a normal loadout at the moment. Both medics kind of sticking with that Uber, so could see kind of a sack wave coming out, maybe 3 people. I don't really know throughout the season how they've done it, but it just looks like Super Dickmans are going for, you know, normal setup strategy. Teleport going in normal place, and Engineer just getting ready to set up. But he has actually gotten the Eureka effect, wasn't there?
Yeah, I noticed that. I was actually wondering if that's a new taunt effect or something, and no, that's actually the Eureka effect. So you might see something special coming out of Clark this time, and it's actually very, very... Oh, he switched the wrench. And now he's just building with the jack. Oh, okay.
So he's building the level 3 at spawn so that he can teleport with it? Is he going to try and build the teleporter up as well, or is he just going to...
No, he just used the Eureka effect to just build up the teleporter first, and then build up his sentry up, and now he's moving it up. And look at this level 3 teleporter. Everything is level 3 right now. What a great play here coming out of Clark before the gates are open, as they are open right now. The spy is actually moving up here on the left side. Toe's gonna scope out Spelly, actually taking out Marosh. First kill of the finals coming down the way to SDCK, as we're waiting for some spawn wave to, well, drop them. Hopefully.
Yeah, it just looks like Strong Opinions are getting ready for some sort of sack wave, and here it comes in. Adam's looking to come in here straight onto a sprayer. That's going to be the force coming out of him straight away, using that Beggar's Bazooka, something different from Raptor. Usually what he's actually done throughout the season on this map, so really nice force coming out of them. And CJ's now going to get his troops rolled up again as they respawn, but nice force wave coming out of Strong Opinions.
Yeah, very important for them, as the cart is very closely to the edge right now. SDCK don't have an Uber to hold with, so they might need to watch out, as CJ is still sitting in spawn, overhealing people. Now moving up to the cliff with the Demoman and the Pyro here, Steve. And Adam race car is just going in right now. Pop Uber is gonna be popped any second now. There he goes. Yahoo trying to contain the damage, blowing them quite far away, as the sentry is just being wrangled and perfectly serves the demo man far away. And Leo falling down as well there. Toast. It looks like this whole push has been dismantled without using a single Uber on the SDCK.
Yeah, that was a really nice hold coming out of both the Pyro. Sandwich was there just on the rock in the perfect position, just blew the demo man straight away. But Raptor's going in for some sort of huge bomb here, manages to just get down Spelly to half health, but nothing more comes out of that one. But again, it just looks like Strong Opinions just hit a brick wall there, and I think they're just going to have to reset now. CJ's building up that Uber, but a massive Uber advantage for Sprayer, as they're just holding this cliff area perfectly right now. Yeah,
they're building this precious time. You know, the precious time is ticking for Strong Opinions. SDCK just holding with 100%. Might need to look for another force. There's a few sticks lying about, but there he goes. Yahoo just blasting them off. Clark is keeping that level 3 up all the time. They did lose the teleporter in the meantime, but I don't think it's going to be much of a detriment to them, as majority of the Strong Opinions team are just dying to the flag. May is working onto the combo, and Miller Steve is dying again to him. And now look at this, there's a jump coming out of Raptor trying to get the medic drop, and that was very close. Sprayer once again with Nerves of Steel popping his Uber. CJ is about to get his 100%, and we might look at another push coming out of Strong Opinions very soon.
Yeah, I've just been watching the flank here, as Marish has just been trying to push that cart as far as possible. He's actually got it fairly close, but it is starting to move backwards now. Sandwich did go down in that situation, and I think the reason for the teleport is they're going to try and get picked with this Uber now. So let's see what they can get off of this now. Adam coming in, Adam Racecar, of course. Trying to get a pick onto Sandwich, but Sprayer's got these heals in the perfect position right now, and he's playing really well, nice and aggressive with Sandwich, making sure that he's staying live throughout this fight, and he's getting focused, but no picks are coming in for Strong Opinions, and they are losing players here, as Raptor goes in for another bomb, taken down by Clark's wrangled sentry gun. Well played to Clark there again, showing how good he is on that engineer class and how important it actually is.
Yeah, at this point, if I was Strong Opinions, I would definitely start thinking about focusing someone else. I mean, Sprayer has been popping in the last second, but saving himself and his team with the Zubers. And there's a few stakes coming out. Sprayer once again getting forced down there. Sandwich is moving up with that Thomas left, trying to take someone down with them. Takes down Cloudy. Raptor going down as well to Yahoo. And, well, a few players down for Strong Opinions. CJ going down somewhere on the way as well. Just now start building his Uber charge. And like I said, well, Strong Opinions need to focus something, and they just did. Marosh actually taking down the sentry gun. Very important pick there, as Clark has been a major thorn in Strong Opinions side on this push, as the first point still hasn't been capped.
Yeah, Raptor managed to go in for one of those bombs and actually take down Clark, and in the meantime Marsh was just spamming that sentry gun throughout. And now that the teleporter's down, you've got to think, well, what's Clark going to do? It looks like he's just going to build a sentry gun now on second point. So I think what Super Dickman is going to be doing is trying to back out at this point, as Adam is going to push in. He realises that sentry gun's not up. No Uber though coming out of CJ, so Adam's just going to be playing this really aggressive role, but Toast coming in the back there, manages to force Spray as well, gets 2 picks. And is just forcing Super Dickmans out. Super Dickmans are going to be chased all the way here as Raptor is going in for a bomb onto the medic, and he is down.
That's insane Raptor play there. Chasing the medic with the Uber charge, you know, keeping on him all the time, all the way through. And Spray didn't have anything to say in that situation. He was just getting bombed, you know, even with the Uber charge. It was not enough time to actually get out. And CJ has 100% advantage over Spray in the moment. As Strong Opinions finally capped the first point in 4 minutes, 18 seconds. They're pushing on to second with the full defense force right now on the third for SDCK.
Yeah, no, well, holding second point, it's not as big as holding third point. You think about third point. Third point is, you know, that is the point you want to be getting the most time on. And looking at the time at the moment, 4 minutes 40 is quite slow for the first 2 points anyway. So I do agree with Super Dickman's just giving up the second point and making sure that they're able to hold this next one. CJ does have an Uber advantage though, so they will have to try and see if they can block this like they did on the first point, as that Uber is now coming in from main.
Yeah, they're pushing in with the Uber charge, the Pyro and the Demo Man trying to lead the charge. Actually, here Steve is getting a little bit lost, getting cleaned up by Yahoo. The sentries took some damage there, but Clark again doing amazing work at keeping it up. However, the sentry is not enough to stop people from pushing the cart, eventually going down to Adam Race Car as he is taking it down, and Strong Opinions are still rolling in with the cart. A lot of people actually dying there for the SDCK, and Uber has been forced just to stop this cart from being pushed in, and Spray and Spelly's putting a lot of damage with this. Cloudy's going down, Toast and CJ getting stabbed by Zeman No Years, as well as Emilio in a double kill. Raptor trying to finish it up and kill Sprayer and Sandwich all together, and looks like, well, Zeman is taking down Steve as well.
Z is good, massive, absolutely massive. The same thing again though, the Spelly put off the combo, and what was it, Z just saw his chance to just come in behind and just clean up so many frags. And that is going to completely stop the push here coming out of Strong Opinions, as SDCK do look like they want to still hold this third point here, which is so important and key. They're just wasting that time as well. I think it's another 2 minutes on the clock now.
Yeah, I mean, it's been some time. Strong Opinions looked like they're gonna cap this point. It was very close actually to tipping over, but the Uber charge coming in the Sprayer in the clutch moment with Spelly leading the charge was just in time, as the majority of SDCK team right now are building up. The level 3 sentry is up and running. Clark is making sure that the dispenser is also up for his teammates. A few exchanges there, Cloudy getting kill on Burn, and then Steve going down for the attackers. No Pyro in the next push, as CJ is about to hit his 100% Uber charge, only 10% advantage over Sprayer. So I do believe next exchange is gonna be Uber versus Uber, and they're gonna see which team actually focus targets more. I do believe Strong Opinions do need to focus the sentry a little bit more. Clark has been doing so well at delaying the team and keeping the sentry up. It's very difficult for them to do anything about it.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, and Super Dickmans as well, they're doing really well here. Every single time it's like an 8v9 or whatever, they're always taking down a player before the push, which is making it harder and harder for Strong Opinions. As we do see an Uber exchange go off now, Spelly is looking for that good Uber exchange here, because they do have a slight advantage. And it looks like people, again, going down for Strong Opinions, maybe a little bit of an overextension. They were holding on the top and just getting caught out every single time by Clark, as you said, his sentry gun, and CJ goes down in that play. And it just Super Dickman's like pushing forward and making sure that they're getting enough pressure on the team all the time, chasing frags, making sure they're getting those picks. And at the moment, they're outclassing Strong Opinions on that third point.
Yeah, Strong Opinions are struggling at the moment. It's hard for me to say what they could change. They're looking for some picks, you know, but every single time the positioning on the SDCK team is just impeccable. Clark is sitting in that corner, making sure that there is no spy shenanigans coming out of Toast, making sure that sentry is going up, as well as the sniper here, Burn, and making sure that Cloudy doesn't get too much room, too much space to roam around. And look how far Strong Opinions are holding. They know they don't have the Uber charge, and the Sprayer does have one. But being this defensive at this point of time is a bit difficult, as the Demo Man with the soldier jumping in here, Adam Racecar and Emilio, as well as Mars, trying to get something done, and they get completely wiped out by the SDCK.
Yeah, I just want to bring up again the position that Super Dickmans are holding. If you look kind of like an overlooked view, they're all in that house, and Sprayer was in the perfect position to avoid that bomb. It's just impeccable positioning, like you said before. It's such a hard point to push though, Badwater third, so to be fair to Strong Opinions, it does take a couple of, pushes to kind of break it. But at the moment, their time is just running out and they need to do something quickly. Maybe some sort of push around the left-hand side because they don't have a lot of people kind of watching the main track area. So they could try and push that cart a little bit further forward with the next Uber and a little bit more, like part at a time.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more could prove useful, as Uber has been put very early, making sure there's no sticky traps laying about. With Demo Man here, Racecar Adam just trying to put as much damage as possible. Maze actually bashing Toast to death. Rest is going down as well. Another offense seems like has been completely dismantled here. Sprayer popping in defensive overcharge just in case, and look at this, the entire team of Strong Opinions wiped out once again.
I mean, it was such a good hold coming out of SDCK. Like, again, they're making them force the Uber early, they're using the Uber properly, Sprayer's popping at the perfect time, making sure that he counters CJ, and the Uber was just better, and Strong Opinions didn't know how to play around that. They need to try and see if they can get any sort of picks. I think that is the issue. They're facing a 9v9, Ubers versus Uber, and you need something to go on, if you get what I mean. So like a flank pick, like a Solly or a Scout, or get rid of a few players on their team. But Burn is doing really well at the moment, cleaning up, trying to get further into this game right now, and Cloudy needs to start showing up, see if he can get these picks, and I think that's what they need.
Yeah, Z-Man once again trying to stir up some trouble in the back line, being there, lurking all the time, and look at this once again, the Raptor going down to Clark and May. Marsh finally cleaning up Spelly, no demo man for the defenders, but 1 for 3 is not a very good exchange there going to the way of Strong Opinions. CJ actually right now reaching his 100% with Sprayer on 100 as well, and might see another defensive Uber coming out of Sprayer, and he's not known to be dropping Ubers, so it's gonna take a very long time and a lot of effort out of Strong Opinions to actually push this point, as they've been trying to bash their head against the wall multiple times and hasn't worked out for them yet.
Yeah, Toast actually managed to get the pick onto Clark, so no sentry gun on that third point, which is so important in that window, and that is why the Uber has been popped in now. This is the proper time to play that Uber. It looks like Blue Team have got this better Uber here. Savage is way too far forward. Marish is just going to clean him up here. Emilio with a really nice position, does go down low though, but it looks like there's not enough players from SDCK to hold this point, and the position is starting to come over to Strong Opinions. Spelly goes down on the cart there. Marish and Seal is putting so much pressure on that cart, forcing SDCK to come down.
Oh my god, Yahoo tried to suicide himself on the cart, actually taking 2 kills with him, and now Sprayer is all by himself on very low health, might as well die by himself. Adam Racecar finally cleaning him up. So basically only 3 people up for SDCK at this point. Strong Opinions are trying to use this advantage that they have. Sentry gun going down, Clark is in a bit of trouble here with the Spy, pulling up another one as the rest of the team is respawning. However, the cart is being pushed very close to the ramp right now, still pushing far ahead. CJ only on 20% as he just respawned. Sprayer is looking for someone to heal.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's just going to come to a last hold. Now, again, another hard point to push, but 11 minutes on the clock. I wouldn't say that's a fast time, but it isn't too bad if they can get this kind of, quite quickly, this point. But SDCK are holding their positions as usual, making sure that there's no way in, and making it so tough for Strong Opinions to kind of, come in anyway, as they just begin to set up now. And where is actually Clark's sentry gun? I can't actually see it right now.
It's on the right side, but below spawn, as the Spy is actually right now Toast moving onto the sentry gun. He's decloaking, he's gonna sap it very soon, and Clark is not paying attention. I don't believe it's gonna be enough to sap it. Actually, he's waiting for a good time. Very good play by Toast. He's lurking in the background. Adam Racecar going down to burn. Very unfortunate there, as Strong Opinions are losing 4 plays in an engagement. CJ on 100% Uber charge, as well as Sprayer, decided to hold this in.
Yeah, but Sprayer's actually got quick fix. It's a little bit of a change there, actually. I haven't really seen that come out from a lot of people right now. Spelly does go down there. That is a massive pick. So they are going to be pushing in with this Uber here, but I want to see how this quick fix works at the moment, as it looks like it is going to be popped. But Savage is just focused down, and the quick fix doesn't do enough pressure. Uber's now popped by CJ, and this could be a terrible idea here coming out of Sprayer. But unfortunately, it looks like so many teammates going down for him. They may just get the respawn. That car is really far away, and Dima is putting a lot of pressure on the car, making sure that it's stopping.
Ozzy-Man is still trying to lurk about. He has that dead ringer still up and running. Oh, with the stab on the medic. CJ is actually getting 2 Uber sauce off of him. The 50% Uber charge. CJ on very low health, finally getting finished off by Marosh. Actually, no, excuse me, that was Z-Man actually poking him in the head with that Spicicle. So even though it looked like Strong Opinions might just have it, it was just not enough. For some reason, SDCK managed to recover from that one, and Sprayer has a massive advantage over CJ. Well, he does have the quick fix, I do believe, like you said, they pointed out before.
Yeah, I don't know about this quick fix play, but it just seemed that again, the Super Dickmans just showed their position constantly, just making sure that Strong Opinions were just caught in a complete dilemma. Dima was just in the map room, spamming on them constantly. May was doing constant damage, making sure that they were always harassed, and it just gave so much time for the spawners to come in, as it looks like now Strong Opinions are going to start going for that push again.
Yeah, Strong Opinions are slowly getting ready. There's the quick fix pop in defense. Adam Racecraft getting finished off as well. CJ, very unfortunate for them. Medic going down in the engagement, only 3 people up. That's Raptor, Emilio, and Toast actually finish up everyone. Just Emilio alive, and he is all the way back. Unfortunately for Strong Opinions, once again, this whole offense that they mounted up was crashed against this wave of SDCK spawns, as well as a very well timed quick fix. This time working out very well. Sprayer again on 60% this time. We will be able to have another time, another one ready in time for Strong Opinions push.
And I know, I did actually quite like the quick fix play there. Basically, before CJ even got Uber, Sprayer was like, okay, right, let's go forward, let's take the aggression. That's something that we haven't actually seen come out of Sprayer, so this is really nice actually. I like the different kind of play style, and I think it is actually catching Strong Opinions off guard a little bit with, you know, those aggressive plays. It's still some sort of Uber charge, it's an advantage to have. So we'll have to see how it plays out now, as CJ just looks like he wants to sit back and get the Uber this time, and see how the Uber plays against the quick fix.
Yeah, CJ is about to hit 100% charge. It's gonna be quite difficult for them to push them off the card. I mean, meaning here SDCK. Look at this spur going down. Clark, Sandwich, and Spelly, all to a nice amount of people from Alan Racer and Emilio, just kind of suiciding for the people, and it worked out in their favor. As CJ is now waiting for Emilio to kind of catch up with them. They do have time. They have the full 100% Uber charge advantage over them, and they're just waiting for the good time. Actually, Raptor is looking for some more kills on the flank there, only finding one. Moving in, Spell is still not alive, still respawning. Finding May on the flank as well. That might be a very good time for Strong Opinions to push, and there you go. There's Uber Pop.
Yeah, no, Strong Opinions are just going to see if they can catch out Sprayer here. Sprayer does go down from Adam, making sure that he's getting enough damage off here. A really nice push coming into them. Now they need to get the position. But again, you look at Savage. Savage actually managed to 1v1 Maros there in the map room. Really nice play by him. And he's still got that position. You look at SDCK. They have all this height advantage. Even though there's so many players down, they're still managing to hold this, as Dima is getting kind of trouble on the car right now. Z is making sure that he's getting picked still. Adam goes down, but it looks like this is just going to turn for Strong Opinions just. And that is, well, to say the least, a slow time. 16 minutes and 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's one of the longer times actually. Battlewater has been speeding up throughout the seasons, I do believe. I mean, abandoning the second hold for the sake of the third one just kind of speeds up the map a little bit, depending on the defense on the third. But this time, SDCK really are showing up. This is a very respectable time for them, and Will Strong Opinions will have a very tough nut to crack if they want to, well, hold this point. Especially the first hold for SDCK was just so impressive.
Yeah, they managed to hold it for so long. Even the sacks coming in, even though that Sprayer popped Uber, they didn't lose any hope, you know what I mean? They sat there and they were ready. They were ready for that Uber charge to come in. So it was a really nice play coming out of Super Dickmans throughout their defense. So let's see if they can kind of repeat that on attack, because this is a hard map to push. As we've seen, kind of first and third point, even the last point, very, very difficult to push, and you have to make sure you're getting those right picks and making sure that you're going with that Uber at the right time.
Yeah, and now we're going to be looking at May, Dima, and Spelly trying to find some trouble in the terrorist town. As right now we're looking to seal a very aggressive sentry spot, a little bit more vulnerable to stickies and rockets, but at the same time protecting the medic a little bit better. As the gates are down right now, waiting for the soldier actually to jump in. And now look at this, the soldier is actually just whipping the spy all the way back, trying to get to the backline as fast as possible. And well, Demodon just jumping in. Spelly 1, 2, 3, the drop. There is a drop, ladies and gentlemen. Am I joking? No, I'm just drunk. That was just a teleporter. And the pyro actually, and 4 people dying in that exchange, and CJ is still up and running. I was certain there was a drop there, and that was just Steve standing in a medic spot.
It was a very, very nice bomb, I will admit that, but CJ just manages to get out of those stickies at the right time. And like I was saying, CJ, he's choosing the correct position there, really. Steve dies, but at least it's not CJ, and that Uber has not been forced, which means it's going to hold back Super Dickmans a little bit longer. But that car is just being pushed now slowly, just making sure that it's in the correct position when they go for the push. And I think, again, they're going for the sack wave here. Spelly goes for a very long bomb here. Dima's onto the CJ. But CJ just doesn't even pop, doesn't even blink.
Oh no, no, look at this!
But he comes in.
The round 2, that was incredible there out of spell, actually having enough health to jump another time, and well, finding CJ off guard there. Having to pop, finally getting the force they wanted. Z-Man actually dying to the Sentry, very unfortunate for him. Sentry is still in a very aggressive spot, taking quite a bit of spam, and now, well, it's going to be very difficult for Strong Opinions to hold. They're going to have to look for Sprayer, a nice pipe there on Sprayer, taking him down to 15 health, and now they're popping in, going in with their full force, and looks like, well, the Sentry has gone down. Being rebuilt, I believe, by Seal, in only level 1, and the cart needs to be pushed. As much as they want to push their SDCK, the cart also needs to make their way forward.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at Steel's Sentry spot right now. I did see this a few seasons ago, and this spot does seem to work, kind of that hump back in the hill there. So that could be quite interesting to see how that goes for them. But it looks like right now, Strong Opinions are kind of, you know, settling down, making sure they're getting ready for the hold here. But Super Dickmans are still looking for that push-up, that slope area, but they don't know that Steel's Sentry Gun is in the perfect spot to counter it. Their cart is really far forward here, and I just think they're trying to figure out what to do. But an aggressive Goober comes in from CJ. He realises that the opposition's out of position. Sprayer manages to get out of that just, and so many players going down for Super Dickmans. This is surely going to be a reset coming out for Strong Opinions, making sure that CJ stays alive as well, but they have lost a lot in the process.
Oh, CJ so low on health right now, just legging it to the back, trying to get his health back here, and finally making way. And I do believe it's gonna be the first point going to the way of SDCK, as a lone heavy Sandwich is just right now pushing the card all by himself now, just join up with the team. Wasting quite a bit of time here on the first point, maybe not as much as SDCK did for the Strong Opinions, but finally SDCK coming up with a good push there, forcing out CJ out of the spot. A Sprayer with about 30% Uber advantage, and I think they're just gonna be waiting for a good opportunity as they're pushing in a lot of people in the choke right now for Strong Opinions.
Yeah, no, Strong Opinions, I think they did quite well there to go aggressive with that Uber, realising that the opposition was out of position, trying to make sure that they get a pick onto Sprayer, but unfortunately Sprayer gets forced right now, talking about it. Spenny tries to go in for a bomb here, but I think it's actually a successful hold from CJ, and they might look to go aggressive with this again, but I think it's a really good play coming out of Strong Opinions.
Yeah, Sprayer no overcharge there to defend themselves with, and CJ just going very aggressively, leading the charge with 8 Adam, but it's not going to really work out well for them. It's nice Jakeowaty coming out on the Strong Opinions team, but it's not going to be enough. That's going to be followed up on, and SDCK need to get their respawns up and running if they want to push this card. And a very good hold on the second point, actually surprisingly well done here by Strong Opinions, putting a lot of pressure on the SDCK, being unable to push the second point. It's supposed to be an easy cap.
Yeah, no, it looks like Strong Opinions are just holding that cart as much as possible. They should be trying to get roof control, I think, SDCK, but they're not doing it enough. Burns now decided to take kind of that sniper sight line up, and you see the cart's being capped now, but it's a perfect position for Strong Opinions to just back out and hold that third point there. They've got so many players coming up now, and it should be quite an easy hold coming out for them, but they've managed to buy so much time on that second point there. Really nice hold coming out of them.
Yeah, finally capping the second point, gonna prove quite useful here for SDCK. They do have the Uber charge coming out, trying to save his teammates, but looking for some more picks here. Sentry still level 3, and there's a counter pop coming out of CJ, leading the charge with Steve, making his way into good position here. Sandwich finally getting killed by Toast after doing a lot of damage to the enemy team. SDCK crumbling there, 4 people down, waiting for the respawns to come up as, well, the cart is still kind of halfway through between the second and third point, and that will give Strong Opinions a lot of time to rebuild.
Yeah, Z is actually just popping off, constantly getting picks left, right and centre, so really well played to him this map coming out. Raptors looking to go aggressive on that cart right now as Super Dickmans start to group in that kind of choke area towards second point, and it looks like Strong Opinions might have overextended here a little bit. Dima trying to go in for some sort of bomb there, unfortunately not being able to get anything, but it's going to be another reset, I think, on this third point, and now we're going to see how Super Dickmans kind of push this point. Strong Opinions really had a hard time here. I think they got 5 minutes off the clock, so we'll have to see how they want to do this here. It looks like bomb coming in for CJ. Savage playing so aggressive, they get the pick onto him there. Really nice bomb coming out of Spelly there, getting another pick. Spelly's bombs have been consistent throughout of this match right now, and he needs to keep doing what he's doing, because that is going to give them such a big advantage on this next push.
Yeah, for sure. SDCK did pay a very heavy price for that one pick on CJ, but now Sprayer has 100% Uber charge, managed to get away from danger as far as he could, and now SDCK have full advantage over the enemy team. Strong Opinions are in a lot of trouble here. Actually pushing very aggressively with the soldier, trying to get a force out, getting a nice rocket onto Sprayer, but only one is not enough. As SDCK slowly moving their way up. Strong Opinions are pushing back here. They don't have this Uber charge, very precious Uber charge, especially on this point, as SDCK cannot waste any more time here. They need to make a decision quickly. They lost Sandwich there for no reason, and well, just wasting time at this point. I want them to push in, and there it goes. Pop has been, well, expelled here. Demo Man and Soldier leading the charge, trying to get some spam on the sentry gun. Actually, this has been sapped, and the engineer has been killed as well by Z-Man. Very nicely done by the spy, and the cart, well, slowly moving its way up. Strong Opinion still in control over the point with the Uber charge, but no sentry to speak of. But look at this Toast actually taking an eye for an eye, taking out SDC, well, Sprayer here. Oh my god.
That was all a big kind of, you know, SDCK had the Uber advantage. They started to come in through main, they took their time, and they took too long, like you said before. They were just taking so long to get up that ramp here there, and Marish was in the perfect position just to clean up Dima and Spelly. So well played to him there, just stopping that push completely in its tracks. But Strong Opinions managed to just balance it back out again. As I said, under pressure, they're managing to do it. Maybe SDCK are starting to feel it a little bit now as the clock goes down under 10 minutes now. We're on the 9-minute mark. And this is kind of where Strong Opinions started to make some sort of breakthrough here, but it looks like there's an Uber advantage to CJ as well, so it could get even tougher from this situation, and we might see another bomb come out of Spelly.
Yeah, they're slowly making their way up here. Past pushes have not been very successful. Only level 2 sentry is right now being built up by Seal. Currently working on a hard at work engineer. Nice kill there on CJ, and I do believe that was a drop there with the sniper rifle, giving up a lot of your advantage with that Uber charge, and now Sprayer hit his 100% charge, and I don't think SDCK are going to be waiting for too much longer. They need to use this advantage without the medic present, and no Uber charge to speak of. They're just pushing it right now.
Yeah, really late pop actually coming out from Sprayer there. They managed to get so much pressure on that sentry gun. Toast does go down early, but this sentry gun is still alive here. Emilio Estevez is just holding that height advantage position now. I don't think it's enough picks that have come out of SDCK. They are going to get the spawners there. CJ coming in with the heals right now, but there's no heal target for him to heal. And it looks like Spelly is just going to keep the pressure on that sentry gun right now. Z needs to do some sort of work here because there's too much pressure not to use it. The sentry gun does manage to go down there, and this fight is still going on. Z manages to get a pick here. CJ gets an Uber saw, which is going to give an Uber advantage in the next fight, but the cart does go over to SDCK, and that is so important for this last push now, coming up 7 minutes on the clock, and I think that's definitely enough time to push this last point.
Yeah, you have way more than at least, well, I do believe it's even intense chances. I don't know what I'm supposed to say here, but there's a lot of chances for the SDCK to push in that time. It's a lot of time, actually. People have pushed the entire map in less time. So definitely a lot of SDCK has a lot of room to show themselves here. With Cloudy in a very good spot here, looking into the choke right now, gonna look for some kills, taking a few headshots here, and Cloudy actually taken down by Burn. Very important pick there, opening up a lot of room. SDCK just pushing in through the window, trying to find some more picks. There's only a soldier getting actually peppered here. Raptor finally going down to Toast. SDCK well, trying to get some more picks going on. The medic actually finally popping here. CJ saving himself as well as Sprayer.
Yeah, no, I really like the slow push coming out of SDCK, but it looks like it's falling apart right now. Sprayer gets taken down by Adam there. Really nice Uber coming out of CJ again. CJ seems to be playing these Ubers a little bit better now. He's starting to get into the game a little bit more. He is so weak though, but manages to get out, and it is another hold. But that cart has actually got fairly far into that last point there. And as I said before, like every single time they need to be pushing it little by little. They have enough time to play with, and that's why every time they get the pick, you see Sprayer kind of backing out really far, making sure that he's in a better position and that they can't get picked off. And it's just baiting in Strong Opinions. So I think it was a nice play coming out of SDCK, but they might have stayed in for a little bit too long and overstayed their welcome.
And Cloudy again in a very good sniper spot, taking down Spelly. Sandwich going down as well. On the other side, Burn taking down Steve. No pyro. And a lot of kills actually being exchanged here for both sides, but both medics are still up and running. CJ on that 100% charge, sitting safely in the corner, being protected by his combo, and the cart is slowly moving back for SDCK. Toast actually taking down Burn, opening up a lot of space for the defense here, and where Cloudy can just snipe unhindered. Pushing in right now, trying to get some more damage done onto Emilio Estevez, but he is being popped on with Adam just leading the charge. Sprayer needs to get out, and he's running away as fast as he can. Actually, his team buying him enough time with May Edema. Spelly paying for this man's sins. As well, CJ did lose his Uber charge, but he is building one very quickly.
Yeah, they tried to go quite aggressive on that, and like you said, CJ is already on 40% there, so that's a little bit of arrow building as the Uber does come in here for SDCK. That sentry gun is in a really nice spot actually by Seal. Seal just trying to rescue Ranger it, but unfortunately it does go down in the end. Spelly and Savage in a really nice position right now, and SDCK, they don't have enough players, I don't think, to do this kind of push right now. Spelly trying to get some pressure onto Steve, but Steve is just air blasting him out. Toast! Toast gets right in the face of Spelly and just... Spelly has no choice but to pipe him, but he dies because of it. Emilio just going aggressive now. It's all over the place, coming out of Strong Opinions, but it looks like they come on top of the fight again. And it's coming to these kind of, you know, really scrappy fights at the end where picks are going either way. But Strong Opinions just be seeming to win these scrappy trains. And CJ, because of that building, has just got that Uber charge already.
Yeah, Sprayer is a little bit 30% behind. Spell actually going down there, trying to look for some picks, and finally dying, actually forcing out CJ. Very important there. Sentry is still level 3 though, and Sprayer gonna have his Uber charge in time where Spelly and Sandwich join the ranks with the teleporter up and running. Is gonna speed them significantly, gonna be looking for some more pushes. The last push, even though they did have the advantage, was completely dismantled there by the Pyro. Steve doing some major work. They're moving from the trash, you know, from the tires area right now, trying to get into position before the next push. And well, getting slowly into it. There's a sentry very aggressively pushed here up by Seal, and finally going down. Uber has been popped, dropping down, trying to look for the medic. Medic actually running up the staircase with the demo man trying to protect. Here Yahoo trying to do some damage, but well, he is getting completely annihilated there with medic running away. Sprayer finally managed to get out, and CJ gonna have his Uber advantage for the next team fight.
CJ seems to be doing really well here. His team are just playing around him constantly. And as I say that, Spelly is just waiting with Sandwich, waiting until they pop around the corner. They managed to get 3 pickoffs there, huge picks as well. Scout, Demo and Heavy going down. Sandwich just pushing that car really aggressive like he likes to play and forcing CJ off. So making sure that Sprayer has that Uber advantage for the next fight coming in. They need to make sure they use this one properly though. Make sure that they're going for the right frags as CJ has to drop down again. Z, it gets a pick onto Steve this time. But going for CJ, can he actually manage to get the pick off here? CJ really, really weak, and he gets the face stab onto him. He's going to try and get Seal. Seal goes down really low. Nice play again by Z, who's really been showing up this map, and you can see by his score. Incredible play by him, and making sure that they've got such a big pick advantage coming into last.
Yeah, who's surfing a very nice stick, killing up the demo man there. A lot of kills on each side, and actually Cart is being pushed very, very closely, and Strong Opinion is in a lot of trouble right now. They're losing the sentry. Seal is desperately trying to keep one up and running, but there's a lot of blue players around. I don't think the Strong Opinions are going to be in there in time. CJ is trying to get something done, and there it goes, as SDCK are winning the first point here. After, well, a very good match here, very good hold coming out of them, and the Strong Opinions kind of struggling on the defense. Well, first point goes their way.
Well, you said they were struggling on the defense. It was still, you know, they were 2 quite slow times. Maybe both teams are trying to get into it a little bit more. There's 16 minutes and 12 minutes coming out of SDCK. So, like, SDCK seem to have kind of that pushing power. And they seem to know what to do. They spent less time thinking about what to do, and they made the pushes. So they made the bombs for Spelly, and they were just making sure they were always ahead of the game from Strong Opinions. But Strong Opinions started to win these fights, and I think they are getting more and more into this game right now. So I would like to see what happens on this kind of second point of this map.
Yeah, looking at the logs right now, SDCK, well, topping the charts with Burn and Z-Man, respectively 33 kills and 31. And next up is Toast as a Spy with 27. And just looking at the stats overall, even the medics got a 1 kill each, and a lot of kills coming each way. But definitely Burn leading the charge here with 7 kills on to Toast. As well as a lot of heavy kills and 2 medic picks. So here Burn kind of stepping up to the game. Kind of Cloudy being a little bit behind him, losing a few kills as well as the medics. So Hani, what do you think? Yeah. Which one?
Cloudy was getting kind of focused down a lot more in that game, and CJ had a lot more problems with positioning. While Sprayer kind of changed his playstyle up a little bit. He went really aggressive in some situations, but again, he went really passive, making sure that he always had that advantage on CJ. And I like how SDCK, they kind of went for those picks. That's why kind of Raptor and Spelly have quite high deaths between them. But they are making sure that they always, not Raptor and Spelly, Raptor and Adam, sorry, had a lot of deaths. Wait, what am I saying right now? Anyway, it doesn't matter. They were going in for bombs, they were getting CJ, and they were making sure that, I meant the complete opposite players, but they made sure that they always had pressure on people every single time. CJ and Cloudy got completely shut down.
That's true. Though you do have to notice that CJ does have a little bit more heals than Sprayer, and that's because he was mostly in the thick of it, taking a lot of spam himself and dying, well, twice with the Uber charge, 100% charged. So definitely putting a lot of heals on Adam, as well as Steve, Amelia being the third one and the healing priority for him. So both teams definitely stepping up to the game. But SDCK are coming out on top in the first map here on Upward, I do believe. Are we moving on forward to Upward? What, Badwater?
No. We have
so
to
it's
do
a best
the
of
second
three.
round. Yeah, second round. Just what you wanted.
Just what I wanted. More Badwater to give the map that I have played to the death.
Yay!
No, but you know, just looking at how SDCK are prepared, it's just really hard for me to see if Strong Opinions can just kind of pull it off. They will need to find for, well, look for something more special this time. The regular, you know, DM skills and overall strategies are just seem to be, well, not working against SDCK. SDCK playing against Strong Opinions so many times and losing to them so many times. Finally, they managed to work at the strategy versus that team. And, well, first point going their way. Might be looking at an upset.
I think really Cloudy has to show up this time. Maybe he has to play a little bit more around his medic. But there is a lot of things that I think Strong Opinions will change and make sure they have something. But I think, from my perspective right now, both teams kind of settling into the grand finals, you know, it's kind of the first point. Even though, obviously, a hype for SDCK, making sure that they do get that first point. But I think now Strong Opinions are going to be having a mindset like, right, okay, what do we do now? And I think we're going to see a lot faster times from both teams. Because I think they'll realise now that they've got to take less time thinking, which is why we've been seeing so many scrappy fights.
Yeah, definitely. Scrappy fights is a very good term, by the way. It's kind of how it worked out in the end. It's just there's a huge team fight going on, a few people dying here, there, and it's longer and longer, and people chasing kills, trying to find some more out of each team fight, and in the end, it just turns out that no team wins, and each team is kind of like an impasse. It kind of shows how both teams are very closely matched. And well, it's gonna only show how it's gonna work out in the future. But we are going to be live in very shortly, actually. Currently, SDCK leading 1 point over Strong Opinions as we are moving to the second round of Badwater.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I do believe was Strong Opinions gonna be defending first this time.
It's the same like last time, right?
SDCK attacking, Strong Opinions the holding out. So.
Yes.
So we're gonna see, well, how Steel decides to set up his sentry. Last time he put it very aggressively, and it did help out CJ quite a lot. Actually, you know, his teleporter actually faked me into thinking that CJ dropped, which was kind of unfortunate. But there you go, good strats coming out of the engineer. He's gonna be putting, yeah, look at this. He's putting up again in the same exact spot. And you think SDCK are going to be falling out for it again? I mean, they did notice the sentry being a very aggressive spot, difficult to spam from behind. So are they gonna change their strategy of bombing just into spamming the sentry?
No, I think it's going to be kind of another default kind of hole coming out of Strong Opinions and like the bombs again. So what the spy got whipped through the tunnel to make sure that he could get on that sentry gun very quickly, and the Solly just went straight for the bomb straight away, like no time lost. That's what Strong Opinions need to take out of this, and they should know now that it is coming very quickly. So they should be able to try and see if they can go for some sort of counter, hopefully. But Seal's actually decided that he'd rather not do that this time, and he's moved his sentry gun back to the original spot.
Could actually be useful for the soldier, well, to kind of deny the soldier coming from behind. And look at this, he's going again with the same exact strat here. Dima is gonna whip the man forward, and actually there's a scout there currently holding with Marosh just making sure that no one goes there. And look at this, Dima could be completely annihilated. Wow.
Well, CJ dropped. I mean, they were all ready for the Solly, but they forgot about the demo man. Nobody was looking at him, and the demo just destroyed him with a pipe. Well played by Spelly again. These bombs being so impactful from SDCK, making sure that they're going in at the correct times. And Dima, even though he got hit down by that scout waiting at tunnel, he still went for it. He still put on that distraction for the team. So really nice play, and Sprayer now has 100% advantage, and we'll have to see where he wants to take this one.
Yeah, they're just moving in the card, pop very early, not wasting much time here, trying to buy their team a little bit more time, and it's going to work out well. Look at this, card is slowly being pushed into the point, only a heavy right now on the card being pushed, killing now the demo and the medic for the defense team here. CJ going down as well, only 4 people up for the defender. Strong Opinions are struggling here, but as well as Sprayer dying in that last team fight. Well, gonna put both medics at the equal ubercharge rate. However, SDCK are gonna be able to push this card to the first point fairly quickly.
I really like that coming out of SDCK, and that is a fast time compared to what happened in the first point. So they will be capping this point here, and again, it looks like no roof hold coming out of Strong Opinions, but they're holding that corner, and I think they got 2 or 3 minutes off this point last time, so we'll have to see if SDCK kind of adapt their strategy here, see if they can get this point very quickly. As Spelly's actually putting pressure on the car, and Adam is just destroying him right now, but nice jump out by Spelly. Spelly's having a really nice game here, actually, talking about it now. He's really kind of going on top of those demo man, making sure that he is going in for the pick with his Solly all the time. Demon making sure that he's going in with him as well, and it's this coordination between the team right now of SDCK. They're looking really, really nice as they're pushing the second point.
Oh, Strong Opinions right now in a lot of trouble here, losing quite a few players, only 5 up. CJ is about to hit his 100% charge, popping it just in case and nothing bad happens. The Sprayer decided to not pop into it. BlackOut used this time to regroup, and they're gonna push in right now. They're actually taking a few spam bombs here. Soldier jumping and Dima trying to do a lot of work, unfortunately getting focused there by the sentry. Cart is very close to the point, and it's gonna be Z-Man who's gonna push it in. Very nicely done by the Spy. And looks like Strong Opinions will have to move back now. Nice pick there on the Raptor, and Uber has been popped. What is going on right now? I'm not sure about that decision, Sprayer.
The reason that Sprayer popped in that situation is because he was afraid of Cloudy's sightline. So he was just avoiding kind of that sniper sightline coming out of Burn. No, Cloudy, sorry. So really nice play by him. But again, Sprayer took his time there. Basically, they capped the second point, and he played it really, really well at the start because he kind of hid away because he realised, oh, they're not going to get any forward spawns anymore. I'll just wait a little bit longer. But unfortunately, not long enough as the sniper kind of peeked that sightline, and he did have to pop in that situation. So it just looks like the CJ is going to get the Uber advantage. But you look at the time difference from last time, 2 minutes 24. That is massive.
Yeah, that is a very, very big difference for SDCK. They're definitely showing they know this map, and Burn is taking down Raptor without hesitation, opening up this flank. And look at this right now, Sprayer holding with his team in this boiler room, only 80%, slowly beginning to charge, and they might be looking at dry push first with CJ 100% charge, holding there with the level 3 sentry being currently wrangled. Nice kill on Steve by Burn. Burn is opening up so much space for his team, very valuable asset for SDCK as they're currently hitting 100% charge. Getting ready to push.
Yeah, Burn managed to pick up Cloudy at the start of the point as they are looking to go for it. As CJ going to pop as late as possible. Adam Racecar just going straight into Clark, managing to get the pick off there straight away, and he has got the bet over. But Yahoo's got the perfect position here. CJ catching his demo run. But Adam is so weak. If he goes down here, this could be a point here to SDCK, but that's Sentry from Seal just holding that window area here. Sprayer just healing his players constantly, making sure that he's got the pressure on the cart, but it looks like Strong Opinions are going to have that height advantage, and I think it's just going to go over to them as Sprayer is going down to Marosh.
Yeah, look at this. Z-Man is trying to get the sap on the sentry. Oh, he's jumping just right in and getting the sap. No, he's currently being completely controlled by Steve, and that was so close with an engineer being unavailable. It might have been the sentry's death, but looks like Steve is on top of things. And well, speaking of things, I was just Z-Man trying to lurk about. But here, Sprayer actually having a massive disadvantage here to CJ going down in the last engagement. Well, that's gonna definitely put a little bit more time into Strong Opinions' pocket, as they are currently looking at this cart being slowly rolling back. Z-Man is gonna try to work on it not doing that anymore, pushing it up a bit actually. Z-Man looking for something in the back line, waiting for Sprayer to hit his 100% charge.
Adam's got a sticky trap above main now, just kind of, looking for those picks, and a lot of times Super Dickmans have pushed that position, so really nice for him to kind of switch up what he's doing throughout the map. Sprayer just coming up to that Uber now, like you said, and Burn goes down, so that's kind of that sightline advantage that Cloudy needs to be getting, and Cloudy is starting to show up this map now, making sure that he is getting that time for his team and getting those sight lines. I think it's so important right now. Looking how Super Dickmans are playing, Burn is popping off, and they are literally playing around his picks, making sure that they're going in, as a few players do actually go down here from Strong Opinions, so SDCK will be looking for those sniper sight lines and making sure they're trying to get a position. Yeah,
Burn is currently looking for some picks here and just actually needs them desperately, getting overhealed by his medic. Actually, Dima is the one who's going down Marosh, taking him down. Spelly as well, and Cloudy finally going down to the way of Burn, opening up quite a bit, but they did lose a few very important classes here for taking down sentries. So they might need to wait another time here. Yahoo, Burn, and Will Sprayer kind of in the boiler room, waiting for a good opportunity, but wasting quite a bit of time on pushing this third point. Strong Opinions definitely showing up.
Yeah, I'm liking how Strong Opinions are actually doing this, but what Super Dickmans are doing is they're trying to get the sniper sightline, but they're committing so much for those sightlines. They're committing 3 or 4 players, like you said, to those sightlines, so it's just losing them the advantage. It looks like Savage is going to be putting some pressure on here for Burn, and Burn changing up his position. Cloudy goes down to Z again, getting the perfect pick at the perfect time, as Toast goes down as well, so no pick classes coming out of Strong Opinions. They are going to be looking to come forward here, well, you would hope so anyway. It just looks like they're stalling again.
Yeah, the Uber has been popped here on Sprayer and Spelly, trying to get some damage done, only getting the force out of CJ, who is currently pushing over this team, cleaning up May, Clark, and Spelly Yahoo. Actually 2 kills for Adam Race Car, taking down 2 classes there, and again, SDCK just bashing the wall, the head against the wall here. Stormpin is definitely having a very good hold going on. Oh, but there goes Emilius is a bit overextended, getting finished off by Burn. And that might just be enough. I mean, the sentry level 3 is still there, and you know, at this time, as if I were SDCK, I would just simply dry push in, try to get something done, try to get at least a pick. And Adam and Emilia both being down for this push, this is a perfect opportunity to actually do that.
Yeah, I don't really think they need any more picks at this point. They just need to start walking in, and they're just taking too long again, because as you see, Adam's actually come up now, and he's just got position on the cart. I think they're taking too long on these pushes now, as Raptor has just gone in for a bomb on Sprayer, and they managed to get Spelly out of that as well. Huge picks coming out of them, and it's just a nice hold. CJ is just completely just locking down that position, calling for his team, but I think that was a big mistake coming out of Super Dickmans. They're taking a bit too long, I think, to push in these situations.
Yeah, definitely wasting that time, and that was a problem in the last round as well. They've been taking a bit too much time. You know, they're getting the right picks in the right time, but then they just wait for no reason, trying to get the respawns up. But they might just be better off if they push in with what they have. Sprayer only on 40% against CJ, who's 100. It's definitely going to be more difficult for them, and wasting even more time, you know, for the sake of Strong Opinions. They're trying to get some positions going on right now, trying to get some picks here. Once again, Burn looking for something up, being protected by Yahoo. Actually, Clark is currently being here harassed by Toast in the back line, but Toast is so far away from what's going on here. He's not gonna be able to influence anything. Actually, almost getting to the medic, being found out. Oof.
Yeah, that was fairly close coming out of Toast there, but again, SDCK, they must be talking about this push right now, because Spelly looks like he wants to go in for it's just the same Uber charge here. CJ's going to get the advantage pop here as he comes out with Steve and Adam, and it looks like that Yahoo's going into the staircase, but you don't want to be going there, buddy, as Emilia's just waiting there, and so many players just caught out of position there from SDCK. They're popping this Uber early, and Strong Opinions are playing their Ubers perfectly right now, as CJ, they seem to have somehow got a grip onto this game right now, and this is a really nice hold on the 3rd point. A lot of time gained back after the 1st and 2nd points were so fast.
Yeah, Strong Opinions finally warmed up, and now they're in their game, in the zone, as some people might say. And, well, SDCK's options are very limited at the moment. I mean, they wasted a lot of time on the 3rd point. I mean, it is a very difficult point to push, and without a doubt, but at the same time, SDCK just wasting each opportunity after another, and at this point, they might need to look for some really serious picks. I mean, a nice kill on the Siege would be it. Maybe Z-Man would try to get a Sentry Sap, something for them, either medical or the engineer. Any other class, you know, killing it's nice, but every single time as he had the advantage, it's just not enough for some reason.
Yeah, it's just kind of stagnated, really. Toast hasn't, hasn't managed to get any kind of, you know, picks or anything. Burn started to calm down a little bit on Sniper. They just need something to, you know, put them back up like a medic drop or something like that. But CJ refuses to peek the Sniper sightline, and there haven't been any bombs, which worked so well for them last time. I don't understand why they're not going for it. But Cloudy does go down there from Burn, so Burn is going to have the sightline advantage during this fight here. Z does go down, but that cart is so close to being pushed, but players being dropped out of that Uber there from Sprayer, who's just Ubering Yahoo here. I don't think it's enough damage, really, as Toast manages to get another pick onto Sandwich, meaning that I think SDCK are going to have to back out of this push again. They're losing so many players at the end of these fights, and CJ is healing the right people at the right time.
Yeah, CJ with the clutch heals. Sprayer does have a little bit of an advantage. They're healing people who are a bit more damaged in a very tough spot behind the sentry. But look at this, finally! Burn taking down the sentry gun, still losing that very, very important advantage here. Actually, CJ getting a nice saw, but he's gonna get finished off there by May. And finally, the point has been capped in 10 minutes and 43 seconds as SDCK are looking to more, actually taking down Seal. Very important pick here. They might need to ride off of this wave that they got on the 3rd point. CJ is also down for some time now. So, well, Sprayer gonna have 100% Uber charge, and, well, now is as good time as any.
Yeah, they do really need to use this properly right now, as Emilio and Adam are just on their own, stranded. Sprayer deciding to come through this tyre area, and it looks like the Uber is going to be popped early there. Steve in the perfect position to kind of, you know, try and save Adam as much as possible, but Yahoo just jumping straight onto him. Pyro DM fight here. Steve is fighting Yahoo down in that area right now. Yahoo manages to come out on top of that, a little bit of help from his team, but it looks like, again, Steve's just stagnated it enough just for the spawners to come in here, as Emilio is trying to get some damage off right now. Cloudy in the perfect position to get picks, and Raptor is just sitting on top of them. They have the height advantage completely on SDCK, as they are getting cleaned up right now, and it's just going to be another back out on reset here. CJ gets Uber advantage for the third or fourth time this game. I think SDCK need to get that height advantage, and they're not playing it properly.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's what I noticed as well, is they did have everything in their way, and somehow, somewhere, just something crumbles, and the Sprayer's just not having enough targets to heal. Everyone's spreading out, and instead of flashing the Uber properly as he should, he just doesn't have the people around him to do that, as they're currently moving through the tires. Here, Sprayer only 75%. CJ about to pop his Uber charge here. Popping his Uber charge, looking for a push, but there's no one coming, and this entire Uber is completely wasted there, looking for players, as Sprayer does have his 100% Uber charge advantage. Burn and Z-Man going down, so there's no pick classes up for the next push, as well as Sandwich, and Sprayer might need to hold off, but looks like they're gonna be looking into doing something here. But look at this, and Venus is actually going from behind and actually popping the Uber charge onto Sprayer, trying to find some more picks. Raptor going down, but that's about it. Sentry gun as well, and now it's just SDK crowding around the cart, trying to push it as far and as fast as possible. A lot of people down for SDK, only 2 people up at the moment. Sprayer is the last one alive on the battlefield, as he finally falls down to this engagement. Whew.
Right, okay, so let's start from the beginning. The first reason why CJ popped is, again, he crossed the sniper sight line, and he saw Burn there, and he was like, I'm not going to die. So he pops his Uber early, but then SDCK lose 3 players and decide to go in with the Uber anyway, which causes them to lose the fight. They're in a 9 versus 6 situation. So maybe a bit of an unfortunate play coming out of them, as Raptor is actually looking for a pick right now onto the medic. Unfortunately, he doesn't get anything, but he is going to be up in time for that last push coming in from SDCK. So I think what they need to do is take their time, because when they're in control, SDCK, they've been controlled throughout. They've got picks, they've got the proper picks, and they're pushing correctly. They just need to now convert this onto the last point.
Yeah, here SDK do have the player advantage. CJ does have 100% charge.
A brilliant stab coming out of Z. CJ healing like his real player, and just bam, straight in the back.
Now Sprayer has a massive advantage with Z-Man actually currently pushing the cart. Not enough people to actually stop it from being pushed in, and finally SDCK succeeding in making this cart fall and blow up in 13 minutes and 50 seconds of grueling engagement on the third point, and well, capped relatively quickly, you know, like the last point is often proved to be one of the more difficult points in on Badwater, you know, next to a third. Well, you only have 2 other points to push, but definitely pushing very quickly on the last point, and that's gonna help out SDK trying to hold against Strong Opinions this time. And you know, seeing their first hold, they might actually need to look for something more, as well, here Clark putting the sentry in the same exact spot on the very edge of this cliff area here, and definitely gives a lot of coverage, like I said, but it does require the engineer to be wrangling a lot at all times, basically, to be any effective.
Yep, no, like you said, it's just going to be a normal hold coming out of SDCK. I do think the third point it's the point for both teams where they've both struggled. So I'd like to see how SDCK are going to hold that against them, and how Strong Opinions are going to kind of, you know, change and adapt. See if they can make sure that they're going for some sort of push. Because both teams kind of hold the same positions. Like Badwater, like you said before, is one of those maps that's been played constantly. And you know, teams start finding these positions, which are brilliant, but the doors are going to open now, so we'll have to see what Strong Opinions do.
Here, Strong Opinions right now just looking for some picks here. Look at this! Scout almost getting absolutely blown his head off. Finally actually surviving. Z-Man taking out Cloudy, opening up some space for defensive here, Burn. So he's going to be looking for some more aggressive picks, and well, Strong Opinions are currently just waiting for the respawns, waiting for the right classes to come up, and might be looking at a jump anytime soon. However, the card is very slowly being pushed forward by only a scout. Currently harassed.
Yeah, well, that was a hell of a force coming out of Adam and Raptor. Adam actually hit the air pipe, and Sprayer had no choice but to pop in that situation. Sorry to cut you off there.
No problem.
Really nice force coming out of Strong Opinions.
Yeah, now it's gonna give Strong Opinions a lot of leeway, a lot of breathing room, and to push at any given time. With that sentry also being in a very defensive spot, they're gonna be having a lot of room to actually spam it out. As there's a man, Toast actually, man waiting with the sap. Waiting for a good opportunity, and they're pushing from the below here. They don't need to go from top if they can just go from below, and they're losing the heavy, and they're losing Toast as well. The sentry is still up, and they're not pushing the card. They're taking quite a lot of damage here in exchange. Sentry finally going down. There's only a medic and a demo man on the card, currently being slowly pushing it in, as the conch has been popped here by Dima. And a lot of people dying as well. Sprayer, Clark, Burn, and Spilly all unavailable on the first point defense. But look at this, on the other side, only Steve, Emilio, Seal, and Toast alive. What an exchange that was.
Yeah, that was a hell of a fight, actually. The combo coming in from underneath, it was a bad play to begin with, some Strong Opinions, but Raptor, making the best of a bad situation, comes in from the cliffside area. They're not even looking at him. Gets an engineer pick, gets so much damage on the combo, and he just allows them to actually win that fight. As the spawners came in, that drawn out fight, you know, with the blue spawners being faster than the attackers, just made sure that they won that fight, and the defenders just, they couldn't respawn fast enough. As they do go back to this third point, so no hold on second point there, which could be quite big with the time so long.
I think it's a very good decision here by the SDCK, not trying to force out the second point. They did the same thing in the first round as well, just trying to, forsaking the second point for the sake of third one. However, the sentry is very slowly being built here by Clark. Might not be in time for the next push, as CJ does have his Uber charge fairly soon. There's a nice sticky trap going on in the shed where the health pack and the big ammo pack is. So we might look at the drop here coming out of Spilly. I'm not sure yet. They're slowly pushing in. Actually, CJ dropping there. Almost dropping. That was almost an Uber charge to Spilly. Random pipes coming out from him. And there it goes. Once again, CJ, so unfortunate this game. Losing his life on this offense, giving Sprayer 100% advantage.
Well, I'm just watching Z clean up frag after frag. He's going for Raptor now. He's got a third pick on that roof. And unfortunate for CJ there that he did get killed in that situation. But because they've got such a big time out of their defense, it will give them just time to rebuild this. And what I would like to see from Strong Opinions is some sort of sack wave, something that they can go for, you know, picks. Go for that Uber Force on Sprayer like they did on the first point and see how it works out. They just need to try different things here. They have enough time to kind of, you know, feel their ground on this third point and make sure that they get the correct push.
Yeah, I was just looking at how they could possibly force out Sprayer, but he's just so protected by his combo. It's so impossible. Look at this. Burn again, stepping up, killing Emilio. Raptor and Toast all going down to the way of SDCK. And again, CJ doesn't really have anyone to heal, wasting his precious time on just running around and waiting for people to catch up with him. And you know, you say they should be looking for a force on Sprayer, but looking at how Sprayer holds in his positioning is just so impeccable that it's really difficult for an attacking team to actually do any sort of surprise attack on him.
Yeah, well, Strong Opinions, they decided, let's not go for the medic in this situation, let's go for other things. So they get the sentry gun, they get the Clark pick, which means it's going to be a lot more difficult to defend that medic, and now they can go for some sort of push here as that Uber charge does come in now. Savage is very, very low here, which means it's going to be a lot of sprayers just flashing so many players. That Uber charge is actually going to end off worse, as Spelly is now caught out of position. Now Adam and Emilio have such good position here, but it looks like the conch has been popped off there. And they are going to be able to hold this point here as a pick comes out from Z. But Adam, look how far this cart is getting right now. The sentry gun isn't in the correct position yet. Seal's just pushing it constantly. And this should be really good for the next push coming into this point.
Yeah, it's a very good push here coming out of Strong Opinions. Actually, even much better than what SDCK have been trying for a very long time in the previous, well, round. As here, Raptor trying to find something... right here, just jumping around and Spelly just finishing him off with the sticky trap. Unfortunate for Raptor. But yeah, both medics about the same. Uber charge, getting ready to fight again. Clark did reset his sentry in the same exact spot as usual in the window, having his back towards the corner. Make sure the spy doesn't really do anything crazy. And here, you know, just, well, Strong Opinions need to look for something. Spouty is down currently, opening up a lot of space for Burn. Actually, Adam just going in, taking down Mayhem Z-Man. So two people down for this exchange, but Uber has been popped, the counter pop as well, flashing quite a bit of players here. Both medics, CJ actually running away as his Uber has been popped much earlier. Going into this exchange, and the sentry is still level 3, not taking that many kills. Actually, Dima and Sandwich both going down, as well as Burn. Spare is slowly losing players he can heal.
Wow, Marish and Seal there link up perfectly to get the kill onto Spelly. I was just watching that whole Uber exchange there. I've got to say, quickly, Adam played that beautifully. He saw that the Uber got popped straight away. He jumped straight up to Dima, got a pick onto Dima, so the Uber wasn't for nothing kind of thing. And Adam, again, with a double pipe onto May, making sure that he survives in that situation there. Really nice play by him. And at the moment, if they keep getting picks like this, they can keep going for this. But CJ has gone down very, very late, which is going to give the advantage to Sprayer. And Sprayer seems to be surviving these fights way, way more when he's on defense. So we'll have to see how it kind of plays out a little bit more. I think CJ needs to stay alive a lot more in these situations.
Yeah, for sure. Sprayer does have this massive advantage on the defense, so precious for him, and he can just sit comfortably in the corner. Once again, Burn having the upper hand over Cloudy, taking him down and opening up a lot of space. With Raptor also going down, they won't have to wait for Raptor to respawn and again look for some very important picks. As well, Sprayer does have Burn again taking down Steel here. So doing so much work for this team. I mean, it's just incredible how well Burn is playing this game.
Yeah, no, I'm actually really impressed by SDCK's kind of pick classes. Z has been playing really nicely, and Burns now starting to completely just take over the game, take over the sightlines from Cloudy, making sure he's getting his picks at the right times. So we'll have to see how the Super Exchange plays out here, because I think what needs to happen is CJ needs to pop a little bit later, see if they can kill their sniper Burn, who's just on fire right now, and make sure that they get the pick on it and then go for the push and slow push it in. Take their time, make sure they're getting the correct pick-offs, and I think that's how Strong Opinions like to play.
And here, CJ and Sprayer both on 100% charge again. The Strong Opinions in a little bit more of a predicament here. You know, pushing into the Sentry level 3 in the window is always so difficult. They might need to look for some picks. Or they decided to go through the boiler room with the sniper overhealed. Cloudy needs to get some picks here, and Burn has been on top of him the entire game here. And look at this, just as I say, Burn again just taking him down with a body shot. Very unfortunate as well. Sprayer is just holding so safely. I mean, there's no physical way of getting him. The only person that could actually work on him may be Cloudy, but Cloudy is just complete controlled by Burn, as they're actually currently trying to push in, taking quite a few picks here out of Strong Opinions, and CJ once again only having Cloudy to heal.
They trade 2 for Burn. I mean, no, they trade 3 or 4 for Burn, just for the pick onto Burn, and Burn is just going to be back up as well, so a bit of a worthless suicide there, but they did try to go for something at least. At least they are trying stuff right now, but the time is just dwindling down all the time. CJ still has that Uber, but Sprayer's been holding this Uber for a very long period of time, and like you said, this position here coming out of SDCK it's just impeccable. Spray is just in the perfect. Spray's in the perfect spot. There's no way that you can get to him. You have to commit so deep to get him, and in that time, the sentry gun's looking at you, the heavy's looking at you, the demo, as that Uber charge is coming in now.
Yeah, finally getting all the right damage in the right places. Actually, the counter pop has been expelled here by Sprayer, pushing in and actually taking quite a few people with him. Cloudy and Milius is both going down. CJ in a little bit of a trouble here, but they are pushing this card. Clark is still on top of things, as he's just spamming onto the sentry, and he is getting the right picks. People on the card have a very hard time actually keeping alive. CJ going down as well to Spelly, actually doing again a lot of work, taking out Steve as well. And once again, his entire push coming out of Strong Opinions only manages to get this card this far, and not quite as far as they would like.
I think they're really struggling right now, Strong Opinions. That was kind of like a make or break push. They all pushed him from main, they tried to get so far forward, but Steve was just air blasting them back the whole time, just giving them hassle. And then Sprayer had about 60% more in the bank when that Uber was popped by him finally. So he had about 6 or 7 more seconds of that Uber charge, and it just completely destroys Strong Opinions. So this position is really starting to work out for Super Dickmans. We'll have to see how it works on the upward, but this hold right now has been impeccable.
Yeah, it's impeccable. There's a very good word for it. As SDCK just are in control over everything that is going on. Burn has so much support. Now he is occupying this window where Sentry used to be, as it's missing around. Uber has been popped by Sprayer just to finish off all the people around. Actually giving CJ quite a bit of an advantage there, but a lot of people dying there. Adam, Cloudy, and Toast all unavailable for the time being, and Sprayer just going to build his another Uber very quickly with help of his team, actually pushing very far forward and waiting for Steel to respawn, Clark to respawn, build up his sentry once again, and look how much room they're giving him to build up this sentry in peace.
Yeah, exactly, and it looks like Strong Opinions do want to go with this push. Unfortunately for Spray, he did manage to get forced there, so well played by Raptor, finally getting the force for his team. But again, Super Digmas are overextending a little bit, and that Uber's been popped so early just because of the sightline, but Cloudy does manage to pick him off within that Uber. As you said, the sentry gun has gone down, so it means that they do have this advantage in position. CJ actually going for the cap on the cart instead, making sure that he's trying something for his team at least. And it does look like a lot of players are going down here. 2 minutes still on the clock, so it is still possible here for Strong Opinions here. But it's May on the car and Raptor.
Look how close it is. Look at how close it is right now. And only with sliver of health people are defending it. And now it's going to be pushed. No, it's actually Clark just bashing with the Jag. Uber has been popped here on the defensive side by Sprayer, making sure that the cart is not actually pushed conscious well, chasing the soldier out. Raptor in a lot of trouble trying to jump in an air shot coming out of Dima. Looks like a walk in the park for him, as the cart is still not being capped, and it's a very tough spot here for Strong Opinions to be, and losing a lot of players again. They're getting a little bit desperate with CJ actually trying to get the cart cap. 30 seconds on the clock itself, 2 minutes to push 2 points. Doesn't look very good for Strong Opinions, I have to say.
No, it looks like this round actually might be over. That level 3 sentry gun is in that window right now. 15 seconds on the clock. Are they going to have time to regroup here? I don't think so for Super Dickmans. They need to get on this cart and start pushing it. Remember, you get that 5-second kind of overclocker time when you do get on the cart. CJ has decided that it's time for the quick fix. It's time to bring it out. It's a bit of a desperate time. They are pushing towards this cart, and complete domination from Clark's sentry gun on the cart with that Jakeowaty, I think that was. But Jesus, just everyone got cleaned up there on the cart for that final push there. Really nice hold by Super Dickmans.
Absolutely insane coming out of SDCK, actually taking the first map out of Strong Opinions, putting them at a little bit of a disadvantage coming into PL Upward, another payload map. I was gonna be taking a look at the logs, I do believe. I'm gonna check if they're uploaded yet. Here you go. You got him right now, and Z-Man actually topping the charts this time with 26 kills, 1 kill less for Marosh, you know, playing for the side of Strong Opinions. And then again, Burn, and actually Clark stepping up the game of that engineer, taking down Soldier 6 times, taking down Spine 4 times. Actually, very good amount of kills for him, and making sure, well, that the team is safe and sound on that 3rd point on the 2nd map. Very nicely done by Clark. Looking at the medics again, Sprayer this time having a little bit more heals than CJ, about 4,000, as well as no drops as opposed to CJ's 2. But unfortunate for CJ. What do you think, honey? What do you think? Like, it's just, I think it just came down to straight DM. I mean, Burn was just completely on top of everyone.
Yeah, I think you'd be right there. Burn was really showing up for his team, and so was Z. Like, they were both playing a really nice game, making sure there was always pressure on them. I think Strong Opinions just couldn't get over the fact that they were always losing pairs, and they were always in this situation where they had a disadvantage. There was no kind of advantage situation which they could take out of it, and when they did have the advantage, Super Dickmans would always hold the correct positions to make sure that they could hold it with a player down or whatever, making sure they're all covering all the sight lines, all the angles. And Cloudy just got completely shut down throughout that map, so I'd like to see how it works on Upward. And I think Upward's kind of a better map for Cloudy. Maybe Badwater's maybe not the best map for Strong Opinions, maybe, I don't know, but they seem to get destroyed by Super Dickmans, who just played a very good game, to say the least.
Again, yeah, just seem to be on top of everything that's going on. I mean, Strong Opinions have always been kind of winning against Super Dickmans, and, you know, time by time, official after official, they've been getting closer as SDCK to beating Strong Opinions, and every single time they scrim and every single time they play, you can see how SDCK are getting closer and closer to actually winning against Strong Opinions, and this might be the pinnacle. I think this is the time that Strong Opinions are finally not going to win the first place, you know, being the 5th season for them, if they win tonight in a row, that they did win the first place of the ETF2L Highlander. So seeing that SDCK did come a very long way, and winning actually the first map against Strong Opinions is definitely something to witness. And I'm really glad we were able to actually cast this tonight.
Yeah, no, both teams really kind of showing up, but SDK, you know, just coming over it a little bit more. I would like to see how Cloudy plays the next map. I think it's going to be really important due to it. I think Raptor tried to make a lot of plays throughout the map, but unfortunately he couldn't make it in the end. So I think Strong Opinion's next map, Upward, I think that's going to be kind of their time to shine. I hope anyway, as I think this is their map pick. I'm pretty sure it is, and I know that Strong Opinions are quite good on Upward anyway. So I don't know why SDCK would pick it. So we'll have to see how it all kind of works out. But I do think it is going to again probably be a close one, and I think this time it's going to come down to all 3 points.
Nothing more to add actually here. Once again, I'm just really impressed by SDCK performance, especially Clark on the second map just being on top of that sentry as well. You know, Burn helping him out, and Sprayer just having this impeccable positioning that was just pretty much impossible to kill or surprise by the enemy team. A Strong Opinions just seem to be lagging a bit in terms of what's going on. I mean, their decisions, their pushes are a little bit delayed. CJ just kind of being a little bit distracted by things, and it just doesn't seem that they are able to get on top. But I do believe we're going to be taking a very, very short break, so don't go anywhere. This is the finals of Season 12 of ETF2L Premiership Highlander. My name is Jake. Tonight with me is Honey Badger, and on camera is Wiethoofd. Don't go anywhere. I was going to be starting in a very, very short moment. Very shortly, as Wiethoofd is bringing us in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after the very short break. Both teams are ready and about to live up, actually. Gates are going to be down, and again, we're going to be looking at Peel Upward once again, one of the most standard maps when it comes to Highlander. Right next to Badwater, this map is like a pinnacle of balance, strategy, and personal skill, you know, kind of reigning over the map gimmicks and everything else, I think.
Yeah, no, as Upward as a map, again, quite close to Badwater in how much it has been played, but there's a lot of deviation, I think, on this map compared. Like, you can even run mini sentries at the start, so it is going to be interesting, I think, how Seal and Clark play this, because they have two very, very different styles in this game. So it's going to be interesting to see what both of them are going to come up with in this game, but I think a lot of it, again, is going to come down to, you know, those long sniper sight lines, and see if Cloudy can finally, you know, start showing up against Burn, who's had a very, very good game right now. So we'll just have to see what happens, really.
Yeah, definitely here, and well, just being notified by Wiethoofd that they are live very shortly, so just waiting for both teams to ready up. I mean, once again, we're gonna get into the game. We're gonna get into game as... Oh, they started already. Well, I'm a bit drunk, I suppose. Look at this very interesting spot coming out of Seal. Never actually seen it before. It's being on the right side, very close to this little cliff area. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it.
Well, it protects the medic quite well, and it's in quite a covered spot. So if the sniper did want to go for, you know, a cheeky shot on it, it's actually okay if he comes over the ridge. So you can actually, I think that sentry gun's rain will actually reach that ridge. So it's quite defensive, but it does protect CJ. And like I said, I think Strong Opinions have actually done this map quite a lot in scrims. So I am believing this is kind of their map choice, because I've seen them play it before and they have been playing fairly well as the gates are now open.
Yeah, slowly moving up here. Ziban is looking to get a scope onto things and seeing the sentry, but look at this! Bird is opening up with a huge drop onto CJ. CJ cannot stay alive for the life of him, as he's just getting dropped completely right off the gate. And, well, it's gonna be very difficult here for Strong Opinions to hold without the Uber charges, as SDCK are slowly moving their way up, opening up a lot of space here. Sentry is still in a very aggressive spot here, being held by Steel. Oh man, opening up so much space with one kill, and again, Z-Man and Dima is working on that. Adam is down, as well as the sentry gun, pushing with the Uber charge just for the hell of it. Here, Spelly jumping in, trying to find some more kills. One pipe, two pipes, and there it goes! Getting down here, CJ, with the help of Dima. What an impressive start for SDCK.
That is such a quick time on that first point as well. Really nice push by SDCK straight away. Bam, straight onto the medic. CJ didn't expect it at all. Burn looking straight at him, gets the headshot there. Consistent throughout the game here from him. And they will be trying to see if they can take the second point here with an Uber advantage again for Sprayer. Let's see how he's actually going to play this one here. It looks like they're already going to be taking that hill. A lot of teams like to kind of, you know, hold aggressive on this point above kind of the tunnel area. But it looks like that cart has already managed to get through that area, as the sentry gun is so passive right now. Really big bomb from Dima, managing to get him again. That means his second point is going to go over in such a fast time. We're already on 54 seconds here. This is going to be so quick from SDCK. A minute 41 for 2 points.
Incredibly impressive start out of SDCK. They're in complete control on what's going on here. Spray has 100% charge. The card is slowly being pushed forward. Times 3 on it right now. And look at this. SDK are still very aggressive. Toast looking for a backstep on the medic, but he's getting completely found out by Clark. And now they're pushing with the Uber charge, taking CJ once again. He's not having a good day on this map. Cloudy going down as well, and his Spelly taking so many kills here. 6 streak on Marosh, finishing it off with the Uber, as the cart is slowly being pushed forward. But SDK have very aggressive spot here, defending it completely from Strong Opinions, and this is just such a wash coming out of SDK. It's impressive as hell. I'm running out of words to like describe how impressed I am. Yeah,
no, it's just been coordinated pushing from SDCK. Bombs at the correct time, Ubers pop correctly, Spray in the perfect position, making sure he's forward, Spelly forward, Yahoo looking for the spy, picking off Toast, making sure nothing happens. And you look at the team as Strong Opinions, and none of them are above 10 points right now. As they are just going to completely destroy this game with a time of 2 minutes and 45. Now, that's a fast time. That is ridiculously fast. That's way below average. So we should be seeing how fast this push is going to be, as 100% is going to be coming up for CJ here. So they might have a chance to hold this last point. And this is kind of their last bastion here, as Spelly gets that Uber popped on him again.
Yeah, he's looking for some picks here, actually getting flashed back. Very nicely done by Sprayer, being on control of that. They didn't take that many actually kills with them. Only Toast and Marsh actually going down there. There's a counterpop. Finally, CJ managing to get one for himself, and looks like, well, Sprayer's in a lot of trouble, finally getting killed himself, and that's all the Uber goes for. Just that one Sprayer pick. It might be enough, but the card is very close to the last. And look at this demo, but actually bottling CJ. Falling down. Spelly got what he wanted, suiciding himself just to get respawn with his medic. What an incredible play by Spelly. This is just so heart-wrenching for Strong Opinions. They're crumbling under pressure.
I mean, I can't really say much about that. Spelly dropped out of the window, missed the pipe, and he decided it's time for the ham. So he decides to go straight for CJ. Really nice play by him, in the perfect place at the perfect time, I think. But it looks like Mate is going to just be pushing this car. No pressure by Strong Opinions right now. They're completely caught off guard here, as Adam is dropping down low here. Really nice pressure by Spelly, making sure he keeps getting that spam. And Sprayer is just building that Uber right now, making sure that he's getting it for his team. And Mate has actually pushed the cart pretty much to the pit right now. So that is going to be really, really important for Super Dickman's next push coming up, and Strong Opinions are going to have to watch out for that.
Yeah, right now SDCK just pushing into this lobby area. Ooh, Medic is actually going to burn down to Steve. Very unfortunate there for Sprayer, about to hit his 100% charge. A lot of people down for SDCK, but the card is very close to the pit. With CJ and his friends actually stabilizing somewhat, 90% on that meter. Might be able to hold this last point for one more push, but Sprayer has all the time in the world to build his supercharge, and right now they're just slowly going into the top lobby again, being almost free. Only a medic demo man up there. The conch has been popped, trying to find some more damage on the enemy team, but SDCK playing very smart, hiding from most of it. Now Sandwich is actually currently building his way up, going in, trying to take down the Devilman. Finally, a force coming out at the only cost of May and Sandwich, and Sprayer has a massive advantage over CJ.
Yeah, no, CJ did have to pop that Uber off there. He was caught out of a bit of position. It looked like Strong Opinions wanted to hold top, but they didn't have enough players up there ready to do anything about it. It just looks like here that Sprayer's just going to build his Uber up here, keep that Uber advantage, but Strong Opinions are starting to settle into this game a little bit. They're managing to pick off Super Dickmans going too aggressive right now, and their confidence is kind of getting the better of them right now as they keep losing players throughout. But as I say that, Emilio does go down, so that is a fairly large pick there coming out of him. So we will just be looking out for what's going to be happening next in this fight. Is May straight on that cart again. May's been playing well here, keeping that cart forward, making sure his team have got enough pressure to go in with a supercharge.
Yeah, for sure, Sprayer popping it right now, taking a lot of the brunt damage from the Sentry and the Demo Man. They're moving slowly towards this cart, with spelling a little bit of a bad spot there, finally getting mowed down by Emilio Estevez and his friend CJ right now on the top area. They might be looking to an aggressive pop, actually dropping down, popping it, looking for some kills here. Actually, Sandwich in a little bit spot here, gonna get caught out, as well as Yahoo, but the medic is safe and sound here. Spray it all the way in the back line, and we'll be able to, well, survive. Nice headshot there on to the heavy, but Burn once again showing up this map, looking for something more.
Yeah, no, Strong Opinions kind of go for the counter-aggression play, so they make Sprayer pop early, whatever happens, and then CJ is building up his Uber, and then they're going back in afterwards, trying to get picks. This time it looks like SDCK have come out on top. So many players down for Strong Opinions right now, as they do look to try and see if they can come into this point and get a bit of space at the top area, but it looks like a really nice hold by Strong Opinions, making sure that they've got so much pressure out there, and Cloudy's actually starting to get a lot of picks this map. He is really starting to show up, and that is exactly what they need.
Yeah, definitely. Sprayer 100% charge. CJ only 60, looking for some more kills. Toast actually dying in the back line, and not going to be available for the next time. Cloudy actually taking down Zima, so now his spy situation is equalized. Sprayer is looking for some good opportunity to push, and CJ still doesn't have his Uber charge, pushing into the top lobby windows, trying to get some spam done onto the Sentry, but Seal has been doing amazing work, keeping the Sentry alive, wrangled at all times, and well, Steve has been helping out quite a lot. Burn actually taking down Cloudy, Clark taking down Marosh. A few people going down here. CJ's gonna have his 100% Uber charge, sitting at 90, finally getting it. Dropping down, popping the Uber charge. There's only 3 people right now there. Dimas trying to run away, getting completely their spam, but is safe and sound. A lot of people down, actually getting bottled again, CJ, and the cart is currently being pushed. The time is 7 minutes and 49 seconds after an impressive hold. Impressive push by SDCK, and well, a pretty good hold onto last by Strong Opinions. Considering how fast they were pushed in by SDCK in the first 3 points, it's definitely a much better time than it looked in the beginning.
Yeah, no, really, really nice kind of comeback from Strong Opinions. They kind of got their confidence back up on that last point there. Really nice by them, just trying to, settle down into the game of Upward. This is the first round. They have another round to come anyway if they did lose this one, so they do need to start thinking about what they're going to be doing through this push, and that was just, it was just a complete domination through the first 3 points. 2 minutes 45 seconds. That is a time that you're looking, straight away 3 minutes. They could have 3 minutes 15 on the clock if they managed to push that first time. But really nice by Strong Opinions, making sure that they're getting the pickoffs and again playing the fight properly at the end of it. SDCK might have gone a bit too aggressive on that one, so we'll have to see how that affects their hold and their mental state. I think, again, it needs to be a fast push, a very fast push coming out of Strong Opinions. I think 7 minutes 48 is kind of on the faster time anyway for Upward. So we'll have to see what Strong Opinions have in mind as the doors are about to open.
Yep, here again, Sentry spot very standard here for Clark. Not going for anything crazy like Seal last time. Might actually be good. Very nice sticky trap taking down Marsh and Seal. First 2 picks coming into the way of SDK, slowing down those, well, respawn wave a little bit. Card still needs to be pushed very far forward, so this beginning of it, you know, the first 30 seconds to 1 minute is just looking at people pushing in, but look at this, trying to get the medic down, a lot of people dying for strong opinions in that push. Spirit completely unfazed by that one, being completely protected by his team, pretty much swarming with teammates, so he's safe and sound. With that level 3 sentry still up and running, he is not feeling any pressure on him whatsoever.
And CJ is deciding not to come out of spawn here. Burn is again shutting down these sight lines this game, and he's started to show up again. It looks like they want to go for another sack wave here. Raptor has started to go in now, but really weak health for them, so they aren't going to be able to go for any sort of big bombs here. And again, the same thing happens again. They're literally just holding back. Savage is looking for that anti-air defense heavy, and Burn is just completely shutting down every single sight line that Cloudy has right now. Cloudy trying to go in, and he is just going to get focused down here by May. And it's every single time it's SDCK with the advantage in this push, and CJ hasn't even come out of spawn yet. He hasn't seen the outside world. He hasn't.
He's still sitting inside, safe and sound, cozy, waiting for the team to actually find an opportunity to push in. So far, SDCK just been on top of things. I mean, Sprayer didn't even have to pop yet, and his team has been really doing well in the health department. And well, there goes, finally popping out the Uber charge as the attackers here, CJ leading the charge, trying to get as much room as possible. Sentry is very low, finally getting down to Raptor's direct hit. So right now we might be looking at SDK falling back. They're losing one player, Dima. Burn actually going down as well. And Sprayer needs to get out and safe and sound, and he finally is, accompanied by Yahoo. SDK team is currently falling out or falling back to the second point with strong opinions capping the force in a little bit under 2 minutes, I believe. Is around 2 minutes time.
Yeah, exactly, nearly double the time of what SDCK did. But on the other hand, it looks like they've actually survived with a lot more players here, SDCK. And what I suggest they do now is just back out to their third point, because it's much easier to hold than the second point, and the position that Strong Opinions have set up already is going to make it so difficult to do anything, as that sentry gun is being built into the spawn here, as Yahoo and the whole of SDCK decide, you know what, let's just back out to the third point now. We can hold this, we can buy a bit more time. We don't have to go on the second point like Strong Opinions did and lost all those players. So they are just going to reset here on this point. And
very keen observation here. Definitely a much better idea to just hold on to third, especially with Strong Opinions pushed up so far up ahead. Cloudy finally taking down Burn, opening up the sideline. But look at this aggressive Clark spot with the sentry level 3 being wrangled, shooting down the choke right there, and Cloudy just being completely spammed out, cannot do much about it. Look as though, Sandwich trying to find some picks there, but he's getting spammed as well, and well, both medics in 100% Uber charge. Might be looking at Strong Opinions, looking for a pick there on the medic, maybe a force out, who knows.
No, it looks like CJ just wants to go for the Uber trade here, making sure that he's in front of Yahoo. Sprayer popping the Uber on the perfect person there. So many people. Dima just cleans up 2 on the cart there, so they aren't going to even get the cart very far as Emilio tries to help out. But that cart is going to be dropping back down that hill again, and that means it's going to take at least another push coming out. CJ is really weak here. Dima, it might be in the perfect position here to catch him out, but CJ manages to back inside the house, out of the sunlight, and make sure that he survives there as the regroup comes out of Strong Opinions.
Oh, Raptor getting a nice, well, air shot there. Small air shot by on Dima. He is still working up the way. CJ on 60% just as the Sprayer is. So again, it's going to be a very close Uber exchange fairly soon. Cart is slowly being pushed though. Burn taking down Cloudy again. Oh man, Burn is doing so much work this time, and he's definitely gonna need a bigger cut of that prize coming out for the first place, winning the first place. As right now they're pushing in here. Strong Opinions getting right picks right now. Sentry is being only level 2, a nice Uber pop coming out of both medics, just exchanging damage right now. Sentry is well gonna get destroyed right now. Seal going down, but Clark going down as well for defense. Such a crucial pick here, taking down the engineer on the third point. Oh man.
Yeah, no, Seal has been so important in these holds and getting that pick there. In fact, CJ had to pop the Uber later, which is what I said to do before. He has to pop that Uber later than SDCK. And what happened was Sprayer came into him and they just destroyed. But so many picks coming out of Burn and Z.
Wow, there was a collateral going on there. Oh, look at this. Sniper is currently taunting in Burn, definitely feeling himself as this push onto the third point has been thwarted by SDCK. I like that word, thwarted. Very nice sound to it. But there you go. This player has 70% uber charge over CJ. Gonna help them out in defending the last point. However, Cloudy and Mars taking down Zement and May. No flank classes, and right now Medic in a bit of a trouble here from the scout himself. Mars finally going down, healing up his teammates. Sprayer has 100% uber charge, but doesn't have his teammates to help holding last point. So if Strong Opinions decide to just swarm the point, they might just get it.
No, it doesn't look like it. CJ actually went down there to Spelly, just peeking around that corner, getting a double stick onto him. Doesn't look like they're going to be getting anything off this point. So Raptor gets so much damage onto combo, but unfortunately he does go down, and he's just red in the kill feed right now. I haven't seen a blue kill in quite some time, so really nice play by SDCK, controlling the game like you said before, making sure that they're getting these pickoffs all the time, and it looks like Dima's just going to get out there and make sure that sentry gun stays alive here, as Clark should get back up in time to defend that sentry gun, I would hope so. Yeah,
definitely. Point, well, third point still hasn't been capped. Only 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Dima getting completely annihilated by Emilio there, protecting his team. Both medics at 70%, but a lot of people down here for our Strong Opinions once again. Emilio Estevez in a little bit of a bad spot there. But exposed and medic going down again. Z-Man taking down CJ. Such a crucial pick in such a crucial time. Only 1 minute to go. And with how SDCK are holding this third point with a level 3 and a full Uber advantage, I really don't see how Strong Opinions could take this point.
They had such a good start as well, Strong Opinions at this point, but SDCK fighting back all the time. They're doing well under the pressure of these finals there. And they are making sure that they get the pick off, because Burn again, we said time and time again, he's just got the sightlines covered, and he is making sure that he's shutting Cloudy out of this game.
It's just such a story, right? SDCK kind of always losing by an inch to Strong Opinions every single time, and showing how dominant they are, especially here on Peel Upward, just showing what they can do. Great teamwork here, and well, just saying it because there's no feasible way for SO to actually push it in. I mean, they're still trying, they're still not giving up, you know, for the logs, trying to get something done, but look at this, SDK once again just cleaning up house. Only 2 people alive, Steven and Emilio. 4 Strong Opinions on that push, 15 seconds to go, and well, this point is gonna go to the way of CK, no doubts about that.
Yeah, no, the timer is just gonna run out. This is dead time right now. Unfortunately, they can't get it. Raptor doesn't manage to make it to the cart in time, and that sentry gun is just going to blow him off a cliff there. So, yep, that is going to be the first round coming out of SDCK. Looking again very strong here, and this is now tough times for Strong Opinions. To come back from this would be insane. So they need to change something up on this map as we go into the logs.
Yeah, definitely going to check out the logs as well. Making sure that I see Burn at the top, as usual, probably. There you go, getting linked by Wiethoofd, who is still with us on the camera. Hopefully he's not putting the auto director on too much of a job. I'm sorry, Wiethoofd, I just had to say it. A bit of banter. Local muting me. Hold on. So yeah, I mean, no surprise there. Burn is topping the charts once again. 27 kills, 5 of them on the sniper. 7 of them actually killing Steve. Very unfortunate of his head getting blown off 7 times this game. Oh man. It's insane. I mean, Spelly, Dima being second and third in the top killing chart, it is just showing how dominant SDK have been on this map. It's just showing how well they are prepared for this final, as well as Sprayer not dropping a single Uber Stitcher. Only won the first one that we've seen out of the gate. It was just insane drop coming out of Burn again. Definitely earning that MVP badge at the end of the finals, for me at least. I mean, unless something ridiculous happens, Burn is just completely carrying his team. The rest of them, of course, doing a lot of work here. Definitely May, Sprayer doing the very good positioning there. Spelly doing a lot of damage, but Burn is just getting the kills at the right time.
Yep, no, you're completely right. Burn they're destroying right now, and so is Spelly. I'm looking at the damage between the Demomans. That's a 3k damage difference. That is huge. There's an 8k damage difference in total, which just shows how dominant Super Dickmans have actually been this game over Strong Opinions. And they want this title. They want to win it. And they're showing how they can win it and why they should win it. Dima's playing really well. To be quite honest with you, there's no one on that team right now that I would say is playing badly. Sprayer's got 2 deaths compared to CJ's 10. Some protection needs to be put onto CJ to make sure they're doing something here, but I just don't think Strong Opinions have it in them to kind of bring this back right now. They need to show something in this next round.
Yeah, this is basically their last hope. I mean, from now on, Strong Opinions just need to win pretty much every single map, every single round on each map, if they want to win the finals. For being in SDCK's position, it's just so comfortable, you know. You won the first map, and then you won the first round of the second map, and basically all you have to do right now is just to repeat the success of the first round, and you win. You win for the first time, actually, as a team in the Premiership. You win against Strong Opinions, who were so dominant for so many seasons in a row. It's just like a little hero story, almost, like, you know, like people who always been kind of the underdogs finally coming out on top, and I'm just so happy to see them play on such a great game, basically. And here, Strong Opinions, well, we're not definitely, they're still able to cause an upset for SDK. If SDK, you know, become a bit complacent, it might be a completely different story here, but seeing how they played so far, especially the first round.
Yep, and then just having a look at SDCK's kind of hold here. So yeah, they will be holding first this time, instead of they were attacking last time. And it just looks like, well, Clark's doing the same thing again. I think he's actually gone back to spawn with that Eureka effect, which seemed to work last time, because he got a level 3 teleporter up. So we'll have to see how that works out as well, as it just looks like normal positions again coming out of SDCK. But I would like to see the whole hold actually from them, because that 3rd point hold was really, really nice. If they can get a 2nd point hold, I think it could be even better. So we'll have to see how the events kind of play out of this round.
Well, as the setup is about to finish, second round of Peel Upward is on the way. Currently, SDK are leading in terms of maps with 1 point. As this time, Strong Opinions are going to be attacking first. SDK on defense. Right now, just not much happening as always. Card needs to be pushed to the certain point before the team actually moves out. And well, it's going to be another about a minute or 2 of CJ just watching the walls in the spawn.
Yep, CJ is not going to be seeing the sunlight for quite some time, as he is sitting at the spawn right now. Adam is now looking for that bomb there. Really big pick onto Emilio Estevez, but it is down to the sack wave now, as Adam just gets picked off by that sentry gun. It might be in a normal spot, but they can't seem to dodge it. And Clark is playing it perfectly, making sure that it's in the correct position at the right time. And the sticky trap coming out of Spelly again, making sure that he's getting the pick off on the heavy. It's just all coming together for Super Dickmans, because every single time they're focusing frags down and they're getting those picks.
Yeah, for sure here. CJ still watching the spawn, you know, the paint dry in the spawn. Nice kill there by Burn on Adam, slowing down the wave of respawns. I mean, not having Demo Man active there and putting out spawn is definitely very detrimental, as the Cloudy is slowly moving his way up right now. Look at this, Z-Man is behind the enemy team, actually whiffing a few stabs, trying to gun down, and look at this, Sprayer actually going down to toast.
Toast managed just to get in the back there while the sack wave was going on, and Sprayer had his back open and it was time to go. So CJ will now be born into the bright light as he comes out with Adam here, out of the spawn door here. Steve is pushing that cart, and I just think it's going to be a 3-point right now. So SDCK deciding, you know what, it's time that we give this up. And I think this is good. This is a good decision by SDCK. This is what Strong Opinions didn't do in their last round of Upward when they were defending. So it's good to see. It's really good to see when they know that they need to give something up. And in this position here, it looks like they will have to give up the 2nd point as well, as a huge uber advantage coming out for CJ.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for SDCK to do anything. And look, like May is just getting caught off here. CJ just pushing with the team, and well, his times of sitting in Mom's basement are at end. Just really aggressive. He wants the blood as he's pushing with the team. Look how far forward they are right now. The cart is not even halfway through to the 2nd point and just going in straight. And once again, SDK will have to hold on the 3rd point. Mind you, their last hold on the 3rd was very good. You know, the Strong Opinions had a lot of trouble pushing in, so we might see a repeat of the history here. But CJ does have the advantage. Sprayer managed to catch up. Sorry, as well. Sentry is still not built up completely, as far as I see.
Yeah, no, it's just going to be another reset here for SDCK. They do manage to get the Uber up, so it should give time for that sentry gun to come. But look how fast that Uber is coming up right now. Marish deciding to take that one straight into them. But it looks like that Uber is just going to fade away very, very fast, because so many players being flashed by CJ. But No picks coming out of Spelly, but Spelly's got like 6 sticks behind him. Manages to see them in time and drops off the edge of the cliff. Oh my god. And it still happens in this map to this very day. As they are pushing forward right now, Seal trying to get the cart up that first hill, and that is actually quite important because every single time you go for a push, really, you want to try and get one of these hills, and Seal's already got one, so that means it's going to be easier for the team when it comes to the cart. They can get it.
Oh, so unfortunate. Their spell going down. No major damage dealing class up and running for the defenders here, but Sprayer about to hit his Uber charge very soon, actually building a little bit faster than CJ, who is currently at 60 HP, getting his heals up. Level 3 Sentry is up and running as well, wrangled by Clark, once again doing an amazing job. Cart slowly being pushed by the Soul Engineer here, Seal trying to make his way up, but look at this, Marsh Raptor trying to get the medic down, and there's a counter pop, trying to save the Pyro, getting headshot by Cloudy, not quite enough. The Uber has been popped by the attackers as well. CJ leading the charge, trying to get a sentry down, a few sticks on it, a lot of spam coming both ways, and I think it's gonna go down. No, it's at half health, so unfortunate there.
I mean, Seal pushed that car so far. I was watching him throughout, just making sure. Look at the advantage that they've got off of this. They've managed to cap third point in such a quick time as well. Really nice play there, coming out of Seal, managing to get the advantage for Strong Opinions. When they pushed in, that car was in the perfect position just to tip it over the edge. So SDCK had no chance of getting back into that point there. But really nice push coming out of Strong Opinions, playing that Uber perfectly, making sure that they have the correct positions. And as I said, Burn went down, and then they pushed in. That was it. That's all they needed.
Yeah, and then now they're looking at pushing into the last point in 4 minutes to cap 3 points. A very respectable time for Strong Opinions, finally finding some win in their sails. As a Sprayer has a disadvantage about 50% to CJ. Might be very crucial here, but look at this, they're all in the basement right now. Mob's basement holding out safe and sound. Hopefully, CJ on half health, popping the Uber charge, trying to save himself, running away right now. In a very bad spot here he is, and he finally falls down to Z-Man's stab in the back. Very unfortunate for him. Sprayer is going to have his 100% Uber charge, waiting for his respawns to come up from the spawn. And well, look at this. It's Toast. A very good spot here. Getting a nice snipes, you know. Having that little ammo pack. Finally getting killed by Soldier. No, actually only scared away by Dima. But they're going in here, and well, SDCK are holding pretty well right now. They have a level 3 up and 100%.
Yeah, we haven't really seen any last holds coming up at the moment, so we'll have to see how this goes here for SDCK, as this is the first time they have been on this last point holding. It looks like that Diamond Man Spelly is just going to be at the top here. Raptor hasn't seen him. Spelly going massive at the top there, really weak on health hit, but gets Adam down low as well, so he's not able to come back in. Spelly just completely closing down. Strong Opinions wasn't even looking at him, and just managed to get so much damage off, which leaves CJ in the position right now. He's not healing, and it's wasting more and more time for Strong Opinions.
The cart is actually very dangerously close to the edge for SDCK, as Strong Opinions are in the top area. They're Sprayer popping Uber, just making sure the team stays alive, sharing it very heavily as well, but CJ has 80%, managed to get away in time with that almost full Uber charge. Now about to get it. It's going to be very difficult for SDCK to actually hold it should they decide to hold aggressively, which they are in the windows right now. Good spot to hold, but not without the Uber charge versus CJ, who is now looking hungrier at those windows here. You're gonna pop any second now with Steve actually leading the charge, chasing out the medic. Medic is actually running away here. Sprayer heavy on very low health, getting their heals, getting sniped by the sniper here. Cloudy doing a lot of work, but not quite enough. Steve getting reflect on Clark, and Sentry going down as well. Look at this card, very close to the edge. May is actually currently the only person who's holding it. A lot of people on very low health here, and they need to come to the medic to heal up. And this offense was very promising up until the last moment.
Sandwich was in the perfect position to stop the push. He was just on the staircase, just stopping everybody going on the car. And nobody saw him, nobody called him out. It was just there constantly dealing damage. So, I don't know, it just seemed to all fall apart for Strong Opinions. They didn't get the frags at the end of the fight. They got the cart forward, and then they just couldn't clean it up.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for Strong Opinions, as SDK buying themselves a lot of time on this map here on the last point. Sprayer only 11% as opposed to CJ 60. They're gonna give CJ a little bit of an advantage, but look at this, they are in a very bad spot right now, finding out Toast, who is cloaked in the corner, healing up, but CJ getting stabbed by the man, losing all that advantage. And look at this, only 4 people up for Strong Opinions. once again, this whole offense mounted up against, you know, everything was going well for them, and then it's just this one stop by Z-Man, as well as, you know, Dima just working so well with May, taking down a lot of people down. Sprayer again with the advantage.
Yep, SDCK starting to show their pickoffs now, making sure that they're getting people every single time, and they're playing it correctly as well, as Dima does go down in that push, but again, Burn is starting to dominate these sightlines. He's got them again though on Cloudy, and he's making sure that he's getting the pressure for his team here. As they do start pushing the cart here, it looks like some sort of sack wave coming in right now. Huge sack wave coming out. Sprayer is just going to get out of that fight there. Really
but look
nice
at the
play by
cart.
him.
They have no one to stop the cart with, and now the soldier jumping in, but it's not enough. 8 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock for Strong Opinions. SDCK gonna have quite a bit of time. I'd say it's about average time for PL Upward as far as, well, Premiership is concerned. Definitely SDCK did have a little bit of a better time, especially with the first 3 points being capped so quickly. CJ dying over and over. Very unfortunate for him, but now Strong Opinions gonna have the last chance at defending if they want to stay in these finals, if they want to look at the first place.
Yep, I'd be happy with our Strong Opinions with that time, seeing as how well SDCK have been holding these last points. So it is important that they do get some sort of good time, you know, get that morale back up that they need. So we'll have to see how they do this. Last time that SDCK were attacking, CJ dropped instantly and the first point was capped in 50 seconds. So we'll have to see if we can change that one round a little bit and see if they can predict the bomb coming in. It looks like CJ is taking a more passive position right now. We'll have to see where he holds when that bomb starts to come in there. But it was straight away that it came out of those doors. Straight away they were onto the medic. Burn was looking for him, gets the headshot onto CJ straight away, out of position because he's waiting for those bombs. As Seal has decided that this time he's going to go for the, you know, normal sentry gun spot as those doors are about to open.
Yeah, but here we go. Gates are down right now. All the people are moving out again. 30 seconds of kind of like idleness, looking for some cheeky picks, and Cloudy taking it down, Spelly slowing down this offense a little bit. Tiny, ever so tiny, but Cloudy actually working up, getting sandwich as well. So definitely working for that sniper of the season in war, but you know, seeing how Burn works. Speaking of Burn getting down by Toast, and well, it's supposed to happen. I mean, the first point is just a huge DM fest by both teams, and definitely the attackers here, the blue team, have a little bit of a disadvantage as opposed to the team with Strong Opinions here. Actually, Cloudy taking out Spelly again. It's the second kill in a row on him. Quite unfortunate here. And look at this. Spray actually quite aggressive, looking for some more damage to be done, but Strong Opinions seem to be very stable right now on this point, taking down kill after kill. Cloudy.
I don't think SDCK have got a kill yet on this match. Smelly has finally managed to get in for a bomb and kills Cloudy after the third time of spawning, but he does actually go down for that, so I don't know if it's that big of an advantage. It just means that Burn is going to be able to snipe in those cyber sightlines right now, as they are trying to get some sort of space forward. Sprayer has decided to come out of spawn this time quite early on during the fight, and he's just healing up Burn, but Toast is ready to take him out, but Spelly spots him with that jump straight away, but it looks like they want to come in with the Uber.
Yeah, the pop has been expelled here by CJ. Very low health, actually. He might not be able to run away with his life, actually. People are ignoring him. He's going into the mines in the corridor, but the entire offense here has been successful. A lot of Strong Opinions people are down. They're moving out to the second point. They might not have the time to set up on it once again. Burn taking down Adam. Very nicely done. No demo man for the defenders, and well, Sprayer very aggressive here with Yahoo, making sure that their team has enough time to push up the card at the second point without any kind of offense being mounted.
Yeah, no, it looks like Cloudy is starting to turn it right up right now, as so is Toast. Toast is managing to get picks off all the time with him right now. It's a really nice hold on that first point there. Quite a long time as well, actually. I think about 2 minutes. Looks like the Raptor got some massive damage onto Sprayer. Yahoo goes down because of it. Really nice play by him, but it does look like they want to hold this second point there. Ubers are quite even, so I think there is a chance that CJ could do it this time. And as I say that, Dima goes in for a bomb onto CJ. CJ's so weak, but manages to get out of that situation there. So it is just going to be a reset here, it looks like. But Sandwich is taking the Uber forward now as we speak.
Yeah, I think it's a very good decision here by Sprayer. No point just holding it in, making sure the second point gets capped as fast as possibly it can be done. It does give CJ quite a bit of advantage, but remember the card still needs to be pushed quite a ways ahead, so they have a lot of time to actually get what they want and look maybe for a pick. As Dima is right now looking for something in the back line there, moving up, getting exchange here. Cloudy taking down Burn, very important pick here. Only May on the card right now, and well, SDCK are just sitting comfortably, you know, in this spawn area and waiting. Actually, CJ getting forced out there. I'm not sure what happened. I think it was the sideline coming out of Burn, as that what scared him.
Yeah, no, it was a sack wave where Sprayer was sitting back, and I said this before, where Sprayer goes really passive. They realise that they have a disadvantage, and they're using that disadvantage to do the sack wave. Just, you know, it might take some time off the clock, but then they have an advantage, so then they can push on that advantage. So, good play by SDCK. Kind of, you can see what playstyle they are going for here, and CJ should have been sitting maybe a little bit further back. But anyway, it does look like they are going to be coming in with a Super here.
Yeah, Sniper gets picked here. Cloudy not available for the next push, and the Uber has been popped very aggressively. Taking down the Sentry is their #1 priority. Getting zapped by this Rescue Ranger, but CJ getting killed there. Emilio Estevez as well, and the point is gonna get capped very soon here. Spirit actually falling down to Marosh, but just as his Uber faded, it's not a big deal for him as they just capped the point. Level 3 Sentry being very aggressively put here, just kind of trying to slow down the offense. CJ also going down in the last team fight, so both medics are gonna be, well, the same Uber charge rate with 4 minutes on the clock for SDCK. I mean, strong opinions, very bad spot right now. I think there is a lot of sweat coming down the backs at the moment.
Yeah, no, Maros went for a last-ditch effort there. If he didn't get Sprayer, then I think it could have been last point straight away, but as Burn has picked off Cloudy again and again, and he has done it on this last point. Spelly has gone down here, but Burn has also gone down. Sprayer's gone down. Raptor is turning it up right now, trying to save his team, making sure that they can hold this last point, and hopefully that is going to give Strong Opinions enough time to set up this sentry gun, set off this last defense, and make sure that they can buy 3 minutes. That's all they have to buy on the clock to survive in this grand finals.
Yeah, they need that very desperately right now. The sentry is going to be eventually built up, and now look at this, CJ getting very aggressive with his team. Putting up a lot of damage there, moving up to the window area, very important here to hold there. Actually, Yahoo is actually so close to catch them off guard, but CJ has 100% charge. Looking for that force is what SDCK need to be doing at the moment, and look at this, Spelly is just right now putting up a lot of sticks up there. CJ still in the corner, Farce coming out, Sandwich, Spelly going down both. Sprayer needs to get out, and he is safe and sound running away right now as he's reunited with his team. Didn't manage to get the pick, but CJ is so low, 40 HP. No Uber charge to speak of as he just expelled and finally going down.
It just jumped in the sniper sightline from Burn. He couldn't get back up top, and Burn was there waiting for him to get back up to the top area. Adam is on 2 HP. If Adam goes down here, this could be a really easy push for Super Dickmans right now, as they do lose Burn in that exchange, but it does look like the Uber has been popped. Adam has got a little bit of health back now, and he is hiding in a position where he could try and get a pick off on the Medicare. I'm just watching him right now, looking for the pick on Spelly. Raptor's there trying to support him right now, but it does look like he is going to survive, and SDCK just couldn't seem to get any position there, but that car is getting ever so closer with 2 minutes left on the clock.
It's so dangerously close, and neither of the medic has the Uber charge, which means it could be a dry push at any given time. Look at how close it is. Spy's currently going in, medic going down there. Clark, so close. Only 5 people up there for Strong Opinions managing to save this card, but look at this, it's still very close. Sentry's level 3 up there, getting spammed by the heavy. Sandwich is in a lot of trouble here. It's probably going to go down to Marosh, finally getting down. But CJ going down as well, giving Spray a little bit of an advantage there. And, well, 1 minute and a half to go. With as much force as they have. Look at this card, so close right now. Oh my god, so many suicides.
CJ suicided on the car. I don't think they're going to be able to hold this anymore. So many players going down for Strong Opinions, and this could be the grand final. Here's the car, does a flip. And that's it, 2 players alive right now. It's going to have to be some good sniping from Cloudy, but Burn.
My god. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is history in the making. Strong Opinions, after 4 seasons of being unbeatable champions of Highlander, European Highlander and ETF2L League, getting detronized by SDCK, Super Ridiculous Kanunin, led by Clark, finally getting the upper hand on Strong Opinions, their nemesis, I do believe it's how you spell, of TF2 finally getting the first place, winning the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, what a game that was.
That was a hell of a game, and we'll have to have a look at the logs quickly just to confirm how much of a good game that was coming out of SDCK. I bet they're pretty happy right now after finally being able to win. Let's have a look at the logs then quickly. As we see, Cloudy managing to do quite a lot more damage compared to the last match, but Burn 52 frags, 48 headshots. That is complete domination of those sniper sightlines, and he had such a good game. And looking at the whole of Super Dickman's completely, the stats just show how well they played in that game.
Yeah, it's an insane performance there by SDCK, definitely winning this championship in a pretty convincing fashion. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not it. We do have interviews coming up. We have leaders of both teams, Clark and Papa Carlos, CJ himself. How are you doing, guys?
I'm doing great, thank you.
No enthusiasm there. I think you're a bit tired there, Clark. I mean, it was a very intense match. They're coming both ways. I mean, I would just like to congratulate SDCK as a whole on winning this championship. And obviously, you know, CJ, after 4 years of reigning over ETF2L, having to give away the championship, how do you feel?
4 years? Me feel like 4 years.
Well, 4 seasons, 2 years. Excuse me, though. Just kind of getting ahead of myself there. But yeah, I mean, it was an insanely entertaining game to watch. This is kind of like why I keep coming back to TF2 after so many years of playing this game. It's just this game right here, so intense. Every single player was just on top of their game. But I don't know. I think for both ways, especially for you, CJ, who would you give the MVP to? Of course, well, overall.
I don't know really. I'd probably just say like the way they played around Burn, especially on Badwater. Like Burn played really well, but they just kind of protection of him really denied a lot of space for us. So that was a big problem for us on both maps. So I suppose I'd say Burn.
And how about you, Clark? Who was the biggest threat on the enemy team for you?
For me, Cloudy was a bit annoying, but I do know that Cloudy likes to focus engineers, so I'm kind of used to that. So yeah, but yeah, I think everyone across the server played really well, and Burn certainly stepped up, and I'm really happy for him because he played for the worst teams that ever played Prem, called UKIP, and he was the best player on that, and now he's winning Prem.
There you go, finally getting the first place after so many. I mean, I don't know. I suppose the question is, how do you feel about the next seasons, guys? Are you going to keep playing? Are you going to be still, well, kind of frenemies, as some people might say? Because I know you've been playing together quite a lot of times, especially, you know, officials, but also scrims, wasn't it? Just kind of always been together, and, you know, seeing both of you reaching the top and fighting in this kind of feud, definitely been an entertaining time. But what do you think about the future?
Was that the question for both teams?
For both of you, yeah.
We will play for another season, for sure.
The same lineup? No changes?
I can't say yet, but we'll certainly try to keep our roster together.
Alright, how about you, CJ?
I don't know, I mean, this season was a push. Like, you know, there was obviously people not wanting to play with the Lash and Ali kind of leaving halfway through the season, so I have to assess who actually still wants to play. I mean, people just kind of winning number 3 was like, you know, we won 3, we won LAN, and then everyone's like, oh, you're better than SSD now, and everyone just kind of took their foot off the gas, just kind of saw it as kind of like a job done. And this season was, I don't know, maybe a step too far, or maybe we just need to come back at it and have a look. I don't know, but it's a bit early to tell, I guess.
So you just need like a little bit of time off right now, just kind of figure out what you guys want to do, right?
Well, I mean, like from a personal like perspective, I love playing with everyone on the team. Like, so I'd love to keep playing with everybody, but it's if everyone has the same motivation or not. You know, we're still playing like 6s together, so we're not playing UGC. Like me, Toast, and Seal and Co all play 6s together. So we're gonna do that, and then we're going to LAN together. We're gonna have like a kind of like, it's gonna be mostly Strong Opinions people I series for TF2. So like we're still gonna spend time together and play together, but we'll have to see how many people are still going to be motivated for the next season if we come back or not.
And how about you, Clark? Speaking for of UGC as well, do you think you guys gonna be playing there?
My team is going to play with like a mixed roster, but I'm not gonna be on it. But we will play ETF2L with our main roster for sure.
Okay. I don't know, Honey. Do you have any other questions for the team leaders?
I don't really have any blaring questions that would come out, but
But yeah, I think, like, would you like guys to say anything to viewers? I mean, people who have been supporting you for the entire season are still watching, I hope. So it's kind of like your time to conclude Season 12 of ETF2L.
Can I start? Yes.
Yeah,
I'd like to thank my team, every person on it. I'm gonna name them by name. So May, Zima, Yahoo, Spelly, Sandwich, Sprayer, Burn, and the Man. I want to thank Super Dick and Small Cops, Super Dick and Sensation, and I want to thank you guys for casting and Wiethoofd for streaming the game.
Oh, thank you. Carlos?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to my team, obviously. As always. Marish and Adam as well for stepping halfway through the season and really doing their best. Like, they've barely missed any games and trying to get up to speed with the sort of synergy and the flow of the team. So, big respect to them for doing that for us. And yeah, I mean, and I suppose to Yixo's team for giving us a warm-up at the last minute, even though so far this week all of our scrims rage quit on us, so it wasn't the best preparation. But yeah, thanks to Yixo for doing that. And yeah, for you guys for casting. Obviously, Wiethoofd for, I think he's been cameraman for like every game that's been casted this season. Admittedly, it's not much, but he's put in the man hours, so thanks to him as well.
Yeah, big thanks to Wiethoofd, definitely. The silent man behind the camera, always stepping up. But that would conclude the finals, basically, the interviews for both teams. Once again, congratulations, SDCK taking the first place here. And, well, we'll be looking forward to the award show that's inevitably going to come up fairly soon. And then, obviously, Season 13 of ETF2L, as Stinson is burning up something, well, cooking up something, I hope not burning. For the Season 13. My name has been Jake. Tonight with me was Honey Badger. It was a pleasure to cast with you, sir.
The pleasure was all mine.
And, well, see you guys next time.